that might come through. Yeah.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining what will be an incredible show. This is the one we waited for a whole year. Whole slate. Got the sickest guys in the space. Maximum energy. This is going to be a great show. If you're listening to us on Spotify.
You're blowing me away, guys. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
Come on! Come on! This is it! We have waited so long for this show! Ace has done 7 lines of sauce! He's wearing a sauce shirt! Woo! This is gonna be... It's gonna be epic. This is it. We are there! This time tomorrow we will know what Xbox has shown off. It's gonna be a mad one. My hype levels are on 9,000 and it's gonna be sick. And look at these guests. Look at these guests. We've got Marlon, Gaming Nation, and Samurai Kimiji. 2 of the most energetic individuals in this space. And we've got Asa.
We got Asa.
I can't do it. These 3 they've been dancing to the intro music, and I'm just sitting like, what? I love them, but I can't do it. I'll try. I'm here. It's good. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a bad one. It's gonna be a bad one. It's so exciting, man. Finally, we get to on the eve of this one. It's gonna be so much to talk about. And we will talk all about that. But before we do that, we have to introduce the guest. Well, this guest, I get DMs from like 3 different people almost on a weekly basis saying, please, when are you going to get him on? When do you have him on? It follows after the next week that I've not had him. It's Marlon, Gaming Nation, everyone. What are you saying, bro?
What's up? What's up, man? It's always an honor with you and Asa to be here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we love gaming, man. So let's get it popping. Let's go.
Let's
Thank
do
you
it.
for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, man. We're going to have a sick show. And last, but certainly not least, it is Samurai Kimiji. How you doing, man?
Hello, everybody. My default fuzzy mic voice, but it won't be cracking today because every time I'm on this show, it's talking voice, I'm cracking. But I just want to be here with you guys. I am stoked. Hope everybody's good, and welcome to middle of Summer Game Fest. Nearly at the end of this crazy 2 weeks. So, hello, everybody.
Hello, absolutely. Last but certainly not least, it is co-host Asa wearing the salt shirt, feeling hyped, right? You're hyped,
I was, yeah.
excited.
I thought the bit that I said earlier already counted as my intro, but yeah, it's me. I'm good. I'm great. Like, got the Xbox show tomorrow. We've had Summer Game Fest. We've had a few other things. Devolver's marketing, show of marketing, whatever it was. Love Devolver Digital. Yeah, let's get on with it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to get into what's actually going to be shown. Well, not that we know. Oh, we might do. But we will talk about the show. But before we do that, and today we released a video on our live reactions to the showcase. So let's just quickly talk about that. It was only a couple of days ago when we had the showcase. And I want to speak to you, gents, about your impression and your chat about your impression of the Game Awards on the run-up to Jeff Keighley's Game Awards.
The Game Awards. I did the same thing. Don't worry.
Well, at least I won't call the Xbox Bethesda showcase E3, which I've been calling for the last month. So I'll try not to do that. But the Summer Game Fest 2022, we'll be talking about this in the run-up to the show, to the event. In light of the fact that E3 didn't happen, we thought, rightly, in my opinion, that this is the time for Jeff Keighley to really go pull out the stops. He has to. He's got this unique opportunity, massive vacuum left over because of E3's absence, and he has to go for it. And Marlon, talk to me, bro. Do you think what was your thought on the show?
It was okay. And see, Jeff, he's like hype man, in general. Mm-hmm. Like he likes to hype things up. Even though he was like, hey, kind of have a low expectation going into the show and stuff like that. But still, like, E3 got to come back. It's just,
Yeah.
I appreciate Jeff and everything and for what he's done for the industry. But as far as like, man, when we were growing up, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, all the big news around E3 time that we're used to, it's just not the same. It's just not the same without E3. And I know a lot of people want E3 to go away, but
I don't know why. But yeah.
I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the pandemic kind of rolled in and stuff and kind of just changed up everything, it's just, no, man, we need E3 back, you know, and so that we can kind of really feel that vein of stuff, because Summer Game Fest, it was okay for me. I mean, they did show off some cool stuff, but overall it was nothing groundbreaking, like, oh my God, like stuff that we wasn't really expecting not to really kind of be there or whatever. And then obviously the biggest highlight reel was The Last of Us, right? Let's not forget about that. The game that everybody is talking about or whatever. And the crazy part about it is that, well, he was mad about that because that got leaked out before the show started. And apparently that was like the ending part of the showstopper right there. But again, you know, it's just, it's cool, but it's just a filler just to kind of get us over for the big stuff, right? Because, you know, Microsoft, they're still following that E3 like footprint as far as around the same time every year, you know, to have their showcase. But ultimately, we need E3 back, man. It wasn't a terrible show, though.
I fully agree with you. But before I go to Tony, I want to ask you this, Marlon. What's your thoughts on The Last of Us remake? Because me and Asa and others was split on it. I'm like, why does this need to be made? What's your take on it?
Honestly, I talked about it on the show. My whole thing is this. As somebody that is seasoned to PlayStation, if you are just a diehard person when it comes to PlayStation, that means you play every single thing. You played it on PS3, you played it on PS4. I understand that there's a new wave of gamers, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an old head, you know what I'm saying? I'm an old veteran.
Like me.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So these new generation of gamers that are new to PlayStation ecosystem and they are kind of just new to the PS5 and all that type of stuff. I get it, the graphics. And I understand this, like $70, that's a steep price. You know what I'm saying, for a game in general. And the fact that you're spending $70 for something that you've already played before, like the majority of the hardcore fan base has already played. I get it that they're retweaking the controls. The controls are different. It's the same engine apparently from The Last of Us 2 and things like that. They retweak the AI. I understand that, but it's the same game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally the same game. There's nothing
without multiplayer.
Exactly. Which I was hoping that at least, okay, we understand that Factions 2 or whatever Naughty Dog is working on, the next, variation of the multiplayer, that's going to be coming out maybe sometime in 2023, which they briefly talked about that, which I understand that. But people was at least hoping for them to throw Factions in there. Maybe they do a remaster of Faction or something to go with that $70 price. But just to throw the DLC in there, the Left Behind DLC and single player that we have already played so many times, it's like, oh my God, okay, there's nothing here for the hardcore veterans of, PlayStation. It's like just for these newer people that are new to The Last of Us and are just new to the actual ecosystem. So I don't know, man. I guess for some people, they're looking at it. Well, some people said, oh, well, it's not a big difference. No, there is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is. It is a big difference. A lot of people are like, oh, no, there is. It's just that it's just not enough to sell somebody that's already played the game twice over and over again. That's just kind of
$70
for $70
with content chopped off. I'm with you there.
It just makes no sense. But if you're just one of those type of people, because this gaming industry, man, like it's very toxic and very negative, and also people just like to focus on graphics and graphics. Like, guys, there's so much more important elements to a game rather than just graphics, right? Yes, we get it. These new consoles that we have, these new machines are able to give us like breathtaking graphics and gameplay and stuff like that. But what about the gameplay? Like, I don't see people talking so much about the gameplay. Everybody's just focused on graphics. So if you're just going off of just graphics and you're just saying, hey, you know what? I've beat Last of Us so many times already. I'm just going to go back into it just for the graphics. Then, hey, be my guest. I mean, hey, happy $70.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with you, and I'm really on the gameplay point as well, because they in their press release talk about like revamped and updated gameplay. Like, well, what is that going to mean? Because it's going to be fundamentally the same game. I'm not expecting leaps or a generational leap anyway. But Samurai Kibiji, you have a fan as well in the chat. Faisal with a £5 super chat goes, Samurai Kibiji's here finally.
Yeah, so, Faisal. That's somebody in my community, man. Been on here a couple times. Good to see you.
Shout out to Faisal. He really likes you. What are your thoughts on
I know there's like two topics there, so
yeah. I know. Okay, Last of Us. Would you buy this remake?
Would I buy it? Heck no. but would I like to play it? Absolutely, because Last of Us, it's in my like top 5 favorite stories I've ever played in a video game. I don't know about favorite games of all time, but in terms of stories, oh my god, it's absolute classic. Yeah. And the visuals do look upgraded enough to be noticeable, but I asked the chat, and I'll just say it here in case the chat missed it. What do you personally think if they, they're doing this remake? It's going to be priced $70, but if you were behind the scenes, if you could choose, what would you want the game to be priced? I personally feel $40. Obviously, I'd like less, but I feel like 40's in that area that it's like, that's fair enough without also being greedy, kind of a thing. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, it's a thing.
40 for me, if the multiplayer, I think a lot of people aren't making the noise about the multiplayer being chopped off. That good multiplayer, man. That is a great multiplayer.
When you said that, I didn't even know that there was a multiplayer in the game.
Oh my god, what the hell are you saying?
Well, wait. You mean the first one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I had no idea that it had a multiplayer.
Wow.
Yeah. I was just there for the story, and I was like, dude, it was great.
It was so good, man. The multiplayer was so much fun. It was actually really, really good. For first party, Sony exclusives tend to get berated for not having compelling multiplayer. Uncharted, I would say 2 had it really good.
I didn't mean to inject, right? Like,
go for it.
Just check this out, right? This has way more value. I get it, the whole remake situation, but this is basically what you're getting. It chopped off the multiplayer. You see right here, back here, where it says 8 new multiplayer maps.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Like, why not add the multiplayer? Yeah.
Jeez.
God,
So someone in chat said gameplay over graphics. Well, you're going to be forsaking a lot of that gameplay because the multiplayer was really good.
The multiplayer was really good. The multiplayer was really good.
But anyways, Summer Game Fest, the actual show. To kind of transition back to that. By the way, Tito, let me know if my mic's weird. He said the audio's killing my ears. I don't know if that's my mic. But I thought even if that didn't get leaked out, that was not, in my opinion, a hype way to end the show. That was not the one last thing. Yeah. Like the only way it could even come close to that is if they didn't spend like 12 minutes talking about everything Last of Us.
Yeah.
That was such a weird way to end that show.
I was falling asleep at the end.
Yeah, I like if they just ended it with like just Neil Druckmann, Neil something.
Neil Druckmann,
Neil Druckmann, yeah.
If he just went on stage and was like looking at the camera, or maybe with Jeff, like, hey, HBO's progress is going, and honestly, probably leave out the Last of Us 2 multiplayer announcement, but then just play a trailer. Boom. Yeah. Just make it like a 3 or 4 minute segment. But instead it was like a dragged out thing. But anyways, to me, that Summer Game Fest show, I'm also in agreement that it was the lowest tier of okay. That's how I say it. Like I say that the C area, that's like okay, and there's a C minus, C plus. I'm like at a C minus. Like it was just barely in that okay area. Yeah. Because I don't think this is also Jeff's fault or anybody behind the scenes. Yeah. I think it's just 2022.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, I don't agree with that, because no one's asking for games to be released or
Sure,
close to
yeah.
release. It's all about getting the exclusive scoops. What can you get?
Yeah.
The people were talking about God of War. I mean, he couldn't.
Yeah.
He had to try. If his connections were so great, what about Hellblade 2? Those guys love him. What about Kojima? Everyone was like, Kojima's going to be sharing
everybody's
this stuff, right?
sharing. That's the other debate too. I was thinking about that too. Is I'm just like, so do we just have everybody share? Which could be a thing. They already did it with the State of Play. You had Callisto Protocol and Street Fighter 6 show up in here. What is that dope
true.
State of Play? So
Yeah.
I guess if you're already sharing, you might as well like, I don't know, maybe have one or two things teasing at, I guess, the Xbox show and be like, stay tuned for Sunday. That would have been a cool idea
Yeah.
too. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but life isn't like you get this like it's not the end of the Keighley Video Game Awards or Summerfest
yeah.
Game Fest.
Yeah.
But this was a very, and I know it's easy for us to critique. Jeff will be feeling a certain way about it. He was feeling a certain way about it when he said temporary expectations, because that's not something he wants to say. He doesn't want to say that. And after the fact, he called out that Jeff Serrano, that fake insider as well, and he's like, better
God.
luck next time. How embarrassing was that? He called out
Lord.
the insider because the insider predicted basically a better show than what he had. So he had to to do that consciously, like, all right, I'm going to call him out. I feel like he's being a little bit bitter in,
maybe.
yeah, I think he is. After the fact, he feels like, because I know, because he, as much as we give Jeff a lot of flack because he's in the space, and as the bigger you get more flack because the way it is. At the same time, I do feel like he does care, and he is aware of these things. Asa, what was we were watching it live. Did you think it was a good show? Would you give it a C?
Oh, it's about The Last of Us first, and then I'll loop back onto that like everybody else got to. The Last of Us remake. Pibbsy was saying that it's like one of his favourite stories in gamings. And the parallel on remakes for me is if you look at movies, the Lord of the Rings trilogy re-released last year in 4K Blu-ray,
Didn't know
right?
that.
They upscaled it and they color graded it a little bit, and it cost 60, 70 quid. For me, that's the parallel that Sony is shooting for by remastering a classic. And the problem with it isn't so much this new version, because they're putting a decent amount of effort into this new version. The problem is the PS4 version that makes this one the third. They released the same game on the PS4. That one should have been free. That one should have been like, you've got the game, here's your free upgrade. And then people wouldn't be saying, oh, you're doing it again right now, and they'd be happier. But the other possible scenario is that we all know
GTA
full
5.
well,
GTA 5.
but
It's GTA 5. It's GTA 5 for PlayStation.
the other possibility, though, if they weren't doing this for the PlayStation, we know that The Last of Us Part 1 has to release on PC. Like, it's a PC game. So imagine they were doing this PC standard game this year, and PlayStation fans weren't getting it. Would they be more happy with that scenario, where the best version of their game is just on PC? So
Right.
it's a bit of a lose-lose situation. They definitely have not hit the price point that they should be hitting. Yeah, the full 70 quid thing. I mean, I'll say that about every game they release, brand new ones or remasters. Like, please stop doing that. It's a lot for a game. You'll sell more if you make it a bit cheaper, please. So yeah, by all means, everybody push back on that all the way. The Summer Game Fest, though, like overall the show, I think it is a very good point that some of the biggest games in there were at State of Play, and they have been shared around. And that obviously, if Summer Game Fest was the first place where we had heard of Street Fighter 6 and like Callisto Protocol was shown for the first time, then we'd be sitting back and saying, oh, good show. But it was a lot of retreading, and so we know Jeff announced during the show that next year the Summer Game Fest is an in-person and digital event. So they're trying to step it up in that sense. But the ESA have also announced that E3 is back next year. So the concern there is that you get two shows that are half what this one was. But at least there'll be some in-person events and some excitement. And I'm not too negative.
Well, I mean, there was some good out there. Shout out to 500 people plus watching. Smash that like button. Nice. We're gonna make some memes. Highlights of the show. Okay, 356 was good. Callisto Protocol looked amazing. COD Modern Warfare 2. What did you think about COD? Are you a COD fan, Marlon?
Yes. Modern Warfare and the Black Ops series. You know what I'm saying? I would say 1 and 2 was okay, but after that,
Yeah, 100%. After Modern Warfare 2, Treyarch left and it became, Infinity Ward left, and then, franchise went down a bit.
But it
last
looks
Modern Warfare
so
was
good. Oh
This one
my
looks
God.
I'm in
looks
agreement,
so
dude. Yep.
I mean, I was like, COD is back. Like that right there, I'm like, yeah, COD is back. And it just feels like, you know what I'm saying? They were paying big homage to the original Modern Warfare, which is really amazing with that ship level right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Crazy. Like, I mean, it just looks so realistic. The gameplay just looks so fluid. I'm like, man, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing it back and in a very innovative type of way, you know what I'm saying? And just, man, yeah, you can't deny. You just can't deny it. Like 2019 was dope, though. I liked what they did with 2019.
2019 was amazing. The campaign was incredible.
That's what I was hearing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So good.
Yeah,
but
it was so good.
This you hit the nail on the head there when you said like the fluidity of the game is in many ways, because the water or something is quite a bit of a talking point about visually how nice that looks. But what it is, like you said, is a homage to Modern Warfare 1, the first level. It feels like it's the spirit of COD is back. And if you go onto YouTube comments normally for COD, they will slate COD because this is like that's the big boy. You're gonna. They get rinsed ever since maybe Black Ops 1. It got rinsed every year because it came out every year. Check out the YouTube comments for this one. Everyone is saying exactly what you said. Wow, if I getting goosebumps, COD is back. I feel like the COD has come back. To do that, to bring back the spirit of the original Modern Warfare to the future with this game engine, with ultimately though, what does it do? I asked myself the question. Fluidity, good graphics, gunplay looks good.
Yes.
KBG, are you a COD fan? What more does COD need to do? Or is this the apex of COD? Like, is this what you were expecting?
So, I am not a COD fan, but well, I mean,
I'm not to play COD.
I know. No. Well, so here's the thing with me and COD. Like, I've always, I mostly jumped on the hype train when it was Modern Warfare 2 way back in the day, and I played Black Ops, and then I just kind of like toned out. And it was mostly just because multiplayer-wise, I was just good with it. Whatever, it was fine. I'm moving on. But the thing that I've always missed about the COD games is being able to play their campaigns. Like, I love their campaigns, or really like, whatever. Like, I very much enjoy them. I think they're just a good one-time playthrough thing. And
definitely.
And I was hearing such great stuff about the recent reimagining, whatever you'd call it, of Modern Warfare. So this one, and it's funny, you guys keep saying Modern Warfare 1 mission. I was looking at this gameplay. That looks like a mission from Modern Warfare 2. It was like straight up like a remake of that exact same mission. I thought that was 2. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm casual. But
I think it's Modern Warfare 1, man. That was the iconic level, man.
Yeah, where they're on the boat with Captain Price and stuff.
Yeah, Captain Price. Yeah. That's Modern Warfare 1.
I mean, but as far as I can remember.
But it looks great.
It's been a while. It has been.
It looks really great. And that was a cool thing. I don't know if I have too much to say on it other than I think, I do have one thing that it's going to tease to later topics, but I think it was a smart move being here. That's all I'm going to say. I think it was a smart move being here and not tomorrow. And we'll get to that later. But I'm going to have later comments about that. But I think that was a good move. But it was a cool showing. And
okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Asa, what did you think? I don't know if you've played COD or COD Modern Warfare's 2019's campaign. 2019, I think.
I've not played a Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360 at launch.
That's the same.
What?
But so I've got some, but I never get around to playing them. But I kind of, so what they show in this demo is massively scripted, and that's a Call of Duty campaign, right? They're really tightly bombastic scripted sections of gameplay, and where open worlds are so prevalent, a nice linear scripted adventure like that actually does have some appeal. So I might even play this one at some point. I do actually have some of the previous ones in my library that I would probably enjoy just as much. Yeah,
Try
it's
Last
Call of
Modern
Duty.
Warfare. Try
It's
it.
definitely like Kibiji says that it was a good choice not to be there tomorrow. I don't think it was a choice so much as I don't think Sony would let the game they have marketing rights for appear
Yeah,
at tomorrow's
agreed.
show. But yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't. Okay, does Sony have marketing rights for it? I know they were using a PlayStation controller with
what I'm
button
hearing.
prompts.
yeah.
what I'm hearing,
Yeah,
something
for
like
at least
that.
until 2025. I mean, that's what we were hearing. You know,
What?
It was like all over, yeah.
2025.
I thought
Yeah.
it was 2023.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing, like on Twitter and stuff. Like, yeah, they were saying all the way up until 2025. I'm like, what?
That'd be
That's
bomb.
Chat
crazy.
saying Rain says 2024. I don't know, but yeah, okay, maybe that's why. Well,
Yeah.
someone in chat,
So-
thank you, Smoke, SHO with the $2. He goes, COD in Game Pass. If the deal closes before release, COD will be on Game Pass when the deal closes. But I also think it's possible for COD to appear on Game Pass this year. Only because,
Yeah.
well, they can still maintain their contractual obligations. The contract, unless the contract has a clause to say you cannot appear day and date on a platform, which just doesn't make sense. And Microsoft are already, they've paid 70 billion for the deal, or yeah, basically the deal's yet to go through, but 70 billion is there. They've got a penalty clause of 7 billion if the deal doesn't go through, or whatever, 5 billion or something, whatever. It's quite a lot, more than what an exclusivity deal would be. So they'll be like, right, well, chalk this up. At this point, the money's coming back to us anyway. Any money that changes hand in this holiday season. I have not seen contracts, by the way, but I don't think it's terribly out of the realm of possibility that COD is not going to be on Game Pass. Nivek says Game Pass COD is unsustainable. That's probably the most sustainable COD. Now, how much DLC, microtransactions, and stuff you're buying? Get the hell out of here. What are you talking about? Daddy Fashion Official with a $5 super chat goes, Sony Pony for the play of the day. If quick resume and FPS boost were Sony features, would cost us dollars to use it. Danny! Probably. For Sheriff Game, thank you for the $2 super chat. He goes, what's up, Marlon Gaming? Sheriff is a big fan of yours and he works for us. He's a huge fan of yours.
Oh, shout out to Sheriff. Yeah. Always in the streams.
He loves you, man. He loves you,
man.
bro. He gets so excited.
Shout-outs.
I message him. When you say yes, you can come onto the show, the first thing I do is I message Sheriff, say, yo, guess who's coming onto the show. Guy just loves it. So yeah, shout out to Sheriff. Flame with the $2 super chat. He goes, the only good new game of the show was High Water. You're high, Flame. There were good. High Water was that kind of indie game, wasn't it? With the boat and the yellow boat or something.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he must be either joking or smoking something. Because I mean, it was. I'm not saying it was a bad game, but there were other good games, is what I'm saying. I want to talk about this game called Routine. Routine.
Oh, yeah.
That game, like all of us, Dealer, Colt, Zorka, maybe Asa. Asa, like, well, you've just put this gameplay up. You're gonna punch me in the face. That's High Water right there on the screen. That's what.
No, sir.
It could be good. It could be good, but I don't know what
be
you do
good.
in this game. What is it? It could be like
Stay
a
above
narrative
water.
based.
Pitfall,
Hey,
isn't it?
Man,
Sailing around.
why is nobody talking about Witchfire? Witchfire
Dude,
looks
that was lit.
amazing.
That was so
I
lit.
literally thought it was Avowed. Because there were rumors that Avowed was supposed to have like weapons and magic and stuff, and I was like, wait a minute,
Dude.
that game looked insane. I'm like, why is
Dude.
everybody not talking
Gameplay
about
wise,
that
it's
joint?
amazing.
Somebody said that in my chat, like, this looks like Avowed, but it's a first-person shooter. I'm like, let's
exactly.
go.
I'm like, what? Yo,
Yeah.
yo, Witchfire, insane, bro.
Yeah.
Just annoying.
Which fire did look mad.
Marlon's
Like,
getting
you
ahead of me
always-
because I was like gonna ask her, but what was your like highlight of the show? But I'm like, it's Gaz's show, so I should let him go.
No, go for it, Bryce. It's your show as much as it's ours when you're on here, man. Like, this
I mean,
is-
no, I was just curious, like for everybody here and the chat, like if you on a personal level, like of everything you saw, what was the thing that kind of was like, yeah, this is the Gaz game, this is the Marlin, this is this is my thing. And I was gonna say, I was like, Witchfire, that was pretty lit.
This
I have to-
SMG that
Fire,
comes up here
bro.
with the fire is so good. As a literal fire. Firing fire bullets was really
Man,
cool. I
insane.
yeah,
It
I really
looks
want to
so
use that
neat.
gun. And the gun mechanics with that like revolver fire, well, there's a lot of fire.
Like
there.
a fantasy
That's why the
Doom
game's
game.
called
That's what it
Witchfire.
looks like a medieval fantasy magical Doom. Like that's what
Yeah.
it seems like.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it. A medieval fantasy Doom. Yeah, it is. And the gameplay looks really good. It's only on PC though, right? It's on Steam only. It's not on
What was,
common.
Maybe.
what was that? What just like
Hope
that
not.
game called what's it? A Day Before or something like that. I think this might come to consoles. Because remember that game A Day Before? I think it was like only for PC, and then they said that they're gonna put it on console. So I think hopefully it would be the same kind of trend for this one.
Yeah, I think it would be they'll be missing a touch if they don't get it on consoles because this would really do well.
Missing out on M's. Lots of M's.
Yeah, man. What are you doing, Colt Eastwood?
Oh, he
In the
says in
chat
LA
with a $15 super chat. You know, I'm just gonna return that back
with a big body 50.
because I'm in LA, about to shake hands with the gods of gaming. I'm not there, and maybe
Man.
say hi to Phil Spencer too.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
That is wicked. That's
Yeah.
wicked. Shout out to
Amazing.
Colt. Lucky piece of Thank you so much for the super chat. I should have done that. So thank you for the $50. I appreciate that, man. But geez, be safe. Give me some scoops. Message me when Phil Spencer tells you where the Xbox's games are. But just shout out to Colt, man. I hope he had a sick time. He says, I love Marlon and Keepage, of course. These guys
Hey,
are G.
shout out, Coach. Shout
Don't
out,
flatter
man.
us.
God bless.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Triz, you know what it is. I assume you know who he is.
I
Thank you
don't.
for the super chat. He goes, yo, Marlon, I
that's
see you. Shout out to Donnie says, Devolver's show was better than Keely's show. Don't at me. I don't think you're going to get much resistance on that, Yadani, because a lot of people like Devolver's one.
I mean, in terms of comedy and entertainment, you can never beat Devolver's shows.
Devolver go out and above and beyond. Although I will say I haven't seen their show, so I'm reserving judgment on that.
It's
but
hilarious.
yeah,
I can talk about that.
So
We'll say that later, maybe.
Yeah, no, I haven't even watched it. We have a lot to talk about, but what's
There's a
happening
lot to
tomorrow? But before we talk about what's happening tomorrow, we have to touch about just quickly. I want to talk about Routine, man. This game
Yeah.
just looks Routine looks sick. Routine is very like. Apparently, was it a decade in the making, Asa, or something stupid
It was
like that?
announced about a decade ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Was it actually though? There's
Well,
just some-
I've not
I
time
don't know,
traveled
but-
back and had a look, but apparently, yeah.
Use the internet. Don't build a DeLorean. The game looks visually astounding. I mean, this game stylistically looks incredible. At that point, though, at the point that they showed this, almost every game seemed to be set in space, and it was like, are we
Yeah,
getting
a bunch
fatigued?
of space games. I'm
It was-
like,
Yeah.
God.
Marlon, are we getting too many
Hashtag
space
summer
games?
space show.
I-
Hashtag summer space show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing that's the theme for the future, I guess, because Starfield, and then you got Callisto.
I love
Callisto
space, so I'm liking it.
So,
And Callisto Protocol.
Oh my
Every
God,
game they
dude,
showed
that
kept them
game-
like
Yeah.
that's gonna be that's
Space
another
Horde.
Callisto. Solace as well. I think that was it. Solistus or something.
yeah. With Troy Baker and what's his name from Red Dead?
Yeah.
the guy's name. Yeah,
Yeah.
That looks promising too as well. I obviously need to see gameplay, more stuff on it. But man, yeah, it looks very interesting.
A shout out to
I'll tell you-
Routine, though. Did you heard who's doing the soundtrack, right?
No.
No,
You guys don't remember? Oh, that was the part that got me excited. I was like, Mickey Gordon's doing it. Let's go.
Who the hell's that?
Mickey Gordon? Oh, get out of here, Gaz. You're done. You're fired. Get out of here.
oh my god.
Mickey Gordon. Yeah, Mick Gordon. There you go, Chad. I see
Mick Gordon,
Moz and
yeah.
Alvin. Yeah, no, Mick Gordon, the dude that does the soundtrack for Doom.
Oh shit. Okay, now I'm hyped. I love
Doom,
Doom soundtrack.
Killer Instinct,
Fire.
I think.
Fire.
Killer
think
Instinct. He did Killer Instinct as well.
Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I've heard that soundtrack so many times.
Yeah, Mick
Oh,
Gordon's
what?
sick, and he had like a weird deal with Bethesda too, and now I'm like, oh, he's not gonna be able to do any more soundtracks with them. Darn it! So when I heard that he's doing this game, I'm like, cool, he's still getting work. And with the theme of the game, Routine, it looks like a glitchy robotic horror, you know? Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Mick does horror.
Yeah.
He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does. That's just like, now I know who, I forgot his name already.
How dare you, guys? How dare you?
Chat is coming at me for not knowing that guy. Shout out to 650 people watching. Smash that like button. We're going to get into the next show, but before that, a game probably very few of you will care about because you suck. No, it's Flashback 2, man. If you're old dinosaur like me, Marlon's face says it all. Yo, man, I loved Fade to Black. There was a game called Flashback, like I think old Commodore game. Then they released a sequel called Fade to Black. And then they've made a Flashback 2, which makes no sense. This should be Flashback 3, because a Fade to Black was Flashback 2. Doesn't make sense. But the game, Flashback, was incredible at the time, because they had these like weird like 3D CGIs that even played on my Mega Drive or something, or SNES, and it just looked amazing. I am very happy about this. This is me being selfish. Asa, please tell me you played this game.
I
The
don't
old
care.
ones. Oh my god. Everyone in chat's like, Gaz, just piss off. No one cares. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy to see this game, and I'm glad that, you know, this is like someone out there has made this game. There's enough of a following for this, because it was a brilliant game. I hope it's good.
It was
Yeah,
cool to hear.
it's
That's
cool.
like 30 years later. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Damn.
30 years later.
Oh my God.
Game Fast like Gaz game flashbacks. Yes, it is. Yes. Flame now for Devolver. Plucky Squire stole that day. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know what that means. I haven't seen it.
I'm going to bring that up so you can then.
Yes, go for it.
Can we just agree that the best trailer of that show, we all know what it is. The chat knows
I know
what it
exactly
is.
what you're going to
Oh,
say.
man.
You know exactly what it
Simulator.
is.
Goat Simulator.
3.
Oh,
I
God.
hate that. Do you know why I hate that game? Because I uploaded my reactions video. The only thing that got copyright struck was that. I was like,
Are you
Goat
serious?
Simulator?
Oh, God.
I had to
And then I
upload
spite
the
you.
video.
I spy you and upload my reaction, and I'm like, damn, I actually got a really good click-through rate on that. But I just title it "Most Troll Game Trailer I've Ever Seen in My Life."
yeah.
Because it was.
It
Just
was.
straight
It was so
up. It
fun.
looks like Dead Island 2, and then I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
bastards.
Colt was like, it's Dead Island 2. It's Dead Island 2. But with goats, it's really clever. What the hell am I looking at, Asa? I
dude,
assume
oh,
it's
this
from
game
Devolver
looks
Digital.
great. Yeah, this is from Devolver Digital.
God.
If
Oh,
your
that's
podcast
well
listener,
nice.
Asa put on a trailer for the Plunky
Plucky Squire.
Squires?
the Plunky Squire. Yeah, this game looks great. I freaking love it. You go from 2D to 3D. It's awesome.
that's
It's got
wicked.
that Super Mario Odyssey feel to it, where you like go into a
Yeah.
2D thing and then you come out in the 3D world. Oh yeah.
Whoa, that is so good. They just went to 3D. That is sick.
Yeah.
Yo, if you thought Cuphead was, well, Cuphead's very stylistically good, but that is impressive. Well done.
Yeah,
to
this is my favorite thing
Shout
from
out to
Devolver
Flame for
Digital
that.
show.
Oh, look
for
at that,
sure.
going around the cup and stuff. This is Nintendo levels of genius.
Gaz is
Yeah.
like reacting right now. You guys
Who
getting
made
a live
this game?
reaction right now.
Devolver Digital. Wow, they're publishing it. Who are the developers? That's incredible. Wow. Devolver, you know what? Devolver, I rate them so much, man. Their games, like, what's the last one? Carrion that I played, although I kind of got lost in that one. That was
Yeah.
brilliant as well. They have such good games. They're so good. They're such a gem in the industry. But that is Nintendo levels of finesse with
Yeah.
that kind of.
Yeah.
And I see Rain asking in the chat, is that exclusive to Xbox? No, that's coming to next-gen consoles and PC, I think.
And
so.
Switch.
But
Trailers on
Yeah,
the Nintendo
which-
channel,
Switch.
so it must be coming to
they
Switch.
must be streaming it. That's the only way I could think of it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Devolver Digital
Okay.
gave a release date for my Lamb Cult game.
I want
forget
Cult
what it's
of the
called.
Lamb. Cult of the
Dude,
Lamb.
the
yeah.
game looks sick.
Cult
love
of
it.
the Lamb. What?
Lamb, yeah.
What kind of
Devolver
games
Digital
do
show
you
was
get?
neat.
Yeah, that's crazy. Plucky, Plucky Square's a new studio debut game. Thank you, Flame, for the
Nice.
That's insane. That's one way to make a name for yourself. Jeez,
Nice.
well done.
Nice.
That's that new studio. Presumably gameplay. just some games you look at that and you're like, this is going to be a good game. It's hard for me to argue and say, wait for the time to lapse and then maybe cast judgment. But respect to that. Like, this is a new dev. That's still Flame. You are not high now. I'm high after the Mickey Gordon. The
Mick Gordon.
Mick Gordon. Anyway,
You're fired, guys.
Just before you do move on though, Flame, I have to let, and everybody has to know, I watch most of these things with Gaz, and it makes it so much better how forgetful he is, because everything that we've seen before, Gaz has forgotten about. So everything is new. And it's like, that game's coming to Game Pass. Yeah, it was last year as well, and it still is, but I'm glad you're excited. And it makes it so funny.
My memory is terrible. Maybe one day we'll not laugh about my condition because it sounds like I had dementia, but I have very terrible short-term memory. But it has its advantages because then you can experience movies for the first time again, all over again. Pharaoh with 2525 OG Gaming with a $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Because I see you have my favorite content creator Marlon on here. You guys ready for tomorrow? Shout out to you, Pharaoh. And yeah. We are ready for tomorrow, bro. And on that note, we're going to talk about tomorrow. Xbox transition. Smooth. So smooth. Doc CMF in the chat saying happy to me, but as gamers this weekend is everyone's birthday, so happy birthday to everyone. Thank you. Shout out to Doc. Yes, solicitors are lawyers. Get your facts right. Shout out to you for being a member for so long, for 15 months. He's been one of our early supporters as well. Shout out to Doc CMF, who also started the happy birthday thing, so I want to punch him. You're there with Colt Eastwood at the show as well, Doc. Enjoy that. I want to see pictures of you two together, man. So shout out to you. Xbox and Bethesda showcase. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one. This is actually a really big one. A really big one because a lot is riding on it. Because Microsoft dropped the ball with Starfield and Redfall being delayed. This has to bang. I want to establish this now, by the way, in chat, before you come at me. If the show is, I'll tell you now, if the show is crap, I will say it's crap tomorrow, right? Or if I don't think it falters, can you at least agree in chat that Xbox has to deliver a fire show? Not a 5, not a 6, not a 7. It has to be magic. You have to agree that, right? That they have the burden to do that. Please, in chat, let me know. Huggy, shout out to you. I see you in chat. What do you think? Marlon, talk to me, bro. I saw one of I came into your streams when Colin Moriarty's thing, you were talking about Xbox hasn't got any studios that deliver the kind of quality that Sony's first party studios do. Mm-hmm. What's your take on that for our viewers if they haven't heard you say that? And also, what's your take on this, man? What does Xbox need to do with this showcase?
Okay, can y'all hear me? Because yes. I just plugged out my mic. Okay, cool. All right, so basically,
a little bit closer to your mouth.
A little bit closer. All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Better? Better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, because this mic for some reason just kept the gain just kept going down automatically, and I kept trying to fix it. But yeah, so basically, just to kind of piggyback off of what Colin said when he said that Xbox has nothing as far as AAA stuff, high quality stuff, and like I said in the stream, I would have to stick a pin right there because Hellblade 2 is a living testimony that the quality, Microsoft, they know what it takes to actually give us something high quality, because literally Hellblade 2, I know it's not out yet, but that's the best thing that we have ever seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so in the quality department, they're getting there. But as far as right now, no, there's nothing. There's literally nothing, that can compare to Sony. So I do agree on that perspective. But we do have to understand that, yes, they do have a lot of things in development right now, and people are tired of waiting. And by the looks of it, I mean, Forza, we heard that was supposed to be this year. Apparently, it's going to be next year. So everything is, at least the big stuff that we want to play is next year. But what about this year? Because Sony, if you really look at it, right, they have Last of Us remake, right? They have God of War, which we got to have our hands up for God of War because we don't really know, but just say on paper, God of War is coming out, right? That's two right there. And then you have Forspoken, right? So that's all we know from Sony's side. But what about Microsoft? Scorn, not an everybody type of game. Stalker 2, they just resumed development recently, right? So it's like that's 2-month delay right there because of the war and everything like that. So it's like, will Stalker 2 make it this year? I mean, we don't know at this point. So basically, we just have to wait and see, like, what do y'all have? I mean, you delayed 2 of your biggest games out of this year, which is Starfield and Redfall. So you have to be aggressive because your back is against the wall. And Sony, if you notice what Sony does, they've been playing the game of cat and mouse since 2020. Right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh no, Microsoft, you go first. We in the cut.
I said that to someone as well.
So true. That's so true.
You're in the cut. So Sony, they're like, man, we number one in the gaming space as far as console goes. So we know that our fans know that we're gonna deliver, but Microsoft has to deliver. That's the thing. And man, Booty said it best. He said, look, we have to give Sony their flowers when it comes to their high quality games, because that's what they're known for. High production, best in class storytelling, replay value, all of that stuff. Sony is known for that type of stuff with their single player story driven games. Microsoft, on the other hand, now, yes, you're getting all these studios and everything, but we want to see if the quality of these studios are going to speak for themselves when it comes to Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? And not even just Game Pass.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, exactly. Because the biggest talk right now is, well, how is the quality going to hold up? Being that the subscription model is your main bread and butter. Like, how is the quality? Because we know what Sony is doing. Sony is like, listen, we're not doing day and date because it's just bad for business. And even though I feel like Sony could do that, but Sony just have a whole nother pipeline going on with their games and how they distribute their games. So that's fine. You do what you do. But on the same hand with Microsoft, like, they have to be aggressive. You have to persuade more and more people, not just the casual, but the hardcore fan base to sign up for Game Pass, because you have people jumping ship and jumping back on the ship. Right? Because, it might not be, enough games or high quality games that people really want. But I'm telling you, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day that we could hope and pray for, that the X is back, because we want Microsoft to be more aggressive. We want them to bring we want them to bring the X factor back. We want them to bring the 360 back. You know me? Because
I agree with you. X Factor has to come back. You're right. Dorian Gray with the $5 super chat. He goes, can we stop this nonsense? As if it's not a third person over the shoulder action game. It's not a game. Quality is subjective. Dorian, I actually agree with you. And I think this is what I said in response to Colin, is like, well, there's more to the industry than that for a third person cinematic game. PlayStation kills it. No competition in that space. But where's PlayStation's Halo? Where's PlayStation's Forza, Horizon arcade game? Where they haven't got the strategy games. Western RPGs soon will be belonging to Xbox. There's an argument there, Dorian. I agree with you. But the industry does judge, for whatever reason, based on this template. It's been I don't know. Asa, before I go to Samurai Kibiji, because I see you smiling.
I need to point out, I just need to say, so Marlon, when you were saying there, I don't know if you noticed, but quite a few people in chat choked when you said that Sony's games had this replay value. Everything else that you said they were fine with, like cinematic storytelling, graphics, production value, all the rest of it. Replay value, I can't personally think of a single Sony first-party game that I've played more than once. Do you go through them more than once?
Wow.
He does, because they make them buy the remasters all the time.
I mean, it all depends if, DLC, or maybe you're trying to platinum the game and you try to replay it. But I get it, because it's more of like a one and done type stuff. And it's really no point in, because actually when I finished Horizon, I was kind of disappointed because, the way how it ended. And then it's just certain things that happened in the story was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to go back, you know what I'm saying, to start all over again and play everything through, maybe try to platinum the game. But yeah, there are some games that are out there that, yeah, I would want, like Last of Us. I don't know how many times I've went back because the story was just so good. You know,
I know people went back loads of times. Ben went there 8 times, Asa, for God's sake.
Yeah. So games, I would say,
weird,
I would say certain games that have very good storytelling, because that's what Sony has the most going for them, is the storytelling department with their single player driven games. If the storytelling is very good as like Uncharted or Last of Us or, you know, Horizon, then you might want to be able to go back and enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe play through maybe 1 or 2 more times. But other than that, that's really about it. On Microsoft hand, they're trying to eliminate the whole Gears, Forza, you know what I'm saying, Halo type of vibe, and not just be classified as the shooter box, right? And if you kind of look at the studios that they have, I mean, they have so many studios we could sit here and count for days, but the ones that really stand out to me the most is the Coalition, Ninja Theory. Like, the Coalition is literally like their Naughty Dog, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the Coalition, look at Gears Hivebusters. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
play that on an OLED TV. Oh my God.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It does look amazing. I've recently played it. It looks amazing. Even though I don't like Gears that much, I thought that game was
man.
That's good. And but that's the thing. I know exactly where you come from, Marlon. I know exactly where you're coming from, and everyone, even the Xbox hardcore, as much as we say, and it's true, there needs to be something to tap into that, which is a good point. Segue to you, KBG. What does Xbox need to do tomorrow for a successful showcase? Talk to me. Come on, is Marlon right? He wants that one big third-person finesse quality game, because when Marlon, you went straight to Hellblade 2 rightly to show quality, and that's the most visually striking game for me. Yeah, exactly. So that has to prove its well. But we want more of that. We want more of that. So, and what about you, KBG?
Yeah, it's a really tough question for me to say like what they need to do. What, in my opinion, which is not correct or wrong, my opinion on what they need to do tomorrow is give this. I don't know how they do this. So I'm going to say that first. I don't know how they do this. I have no idea.
Yeah.
What I personally feel, I want to come out of that show feeling very like there are some solid dates here.
Yes.
There is some solid stuff coming out soon.
Yes.
And there is some stuff on the roadmap. Like, that's what it is. Because I just personally, like, I could be wrong. I would be happy to be wrong. I don't want any devs to get rushed. I don't want any crunch to happen. I just don't see how 2022 is saved. I just don't. I think delays are good. It shows Xbox is willing to push their games back.
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign. Yeah. And I make the argument to people that a lot of people are saying Xbox, they're screwed because they pushed back Redfall and Starfield. And I'm like, have you ever thought that Bethesda would never have been able to do this in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of that idea? They never would have been able to do this without this kind of backing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very good point. Very good point.
Very good point. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but my thing that I feel they need to do is make me feel like I can trust them. Like I can trust them this year. We got some things. Yes. But next year is when we're really going to have that rolling train.
Yes,
and we're going to kick it off. Redfall, February. We're going to also have Starfield, May. And by the way, Hellblade, July. We have that train ready to go. That's what I want. That's what I think we need to do.
Very well said. By the way, I have to shout out to Hoggy, who gave away a 12-month Game Pass Ultimate code.
Oh, shout out. Wow, that's a blessing.
Hoggy is ridiculous. And DocsCMF, another 2-month Game Pass Ultimate Global as well. Both of you gents are very generous. Whoever snapped it up, tell us at least so we know who did it. Because nice to see who got the chat, got the thing. And it'll be nice for the gents as well. Very generous. They're such nice people out there, both of them. So yeah, shout out to them. Face, Also, I'm sorry, I need to read the others, but Face, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Because even if Xbox has a great show tomorrow, there will still be a Xbox has no game meme for this year, especially with the rumor that Forza Motorsport is releasing in spring 2023.
Here's my thing though, real quick. Like for this show to be really spectacular, we need gameplay. I've said this on the show plenty of times. We need gameplay, gameplay, and more gameplay. Running on the Series X. I am tired of seeing games running on PC. I'm sorry. I'm so freaking sorry, man. But I gotta go in. I have to go in. I have to go in. I need to see. Just like if Sony can do it, if Nintendo can do it, then you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
You can do it. Why?
100%.
Why? You know, stop showing us CGI trailers. Like, yeah, I get it. We're gonna get that for games that are far off in development. I understand that. But we need gameplay, release dates. What's happening for the rest of the year? Because what do you have for this beginning part of this year from January until now? Zero.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
that would be a good way, but you know what, Marlon, that would be a good way to combo with what I'm saying, where it's like, you know, because if you just have a date reveal with a cool cinematic of in-engine whatever, I don't buy that anymore. But if they have a solid like gameplay thing, where whether it's like a 2 or 3 minute walkthrough or maybe 5 minute, or if it's like a gameplay trailer, it's sizzle, but at least it shows a lot of the game. That instills way more confidence. So I think that's how. I didn't know how, but I think that's how. Yeah.
It is all about gameplay. You have to show gameplay. I want to see what the Series X can do. You showed it a bit with Hellblade, with a very, very, very linear, tightly controlled gameplay showing. I want to see gameplay. I want to see... If 2020 and Face, I think you may be right. This might be the case where... And I was on Boxenberger's show, and Rand was saying this, that he thinks Forza Motorsport won't make it this year. That means Xbox won't have a single AAA title first party this year. Yeah. That is an L. I'm sorry. 2022 is an L. Don't even cap for that. That's L. That's an L. That's a fat L. Man. I'm hoping they show it because I've been waiting for it. But they can't just pluck things out. I'm a fan of delays for the games getting right. Still have to manage the studios. If 2022 is a loss, Tony, I want Xbox to say exactly the way you said it. Be upfront and say, look, 2022, we have dropped the ball. The industry, blah, 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 COVID, we were coming back and it's been hard. But
or they phrase it in a way that they're just like, we love our studios. We love our studios. We want to give them the time they need.
I mean, okay, you love your studio. That's fine, but what? Give us just shut up with that stupid stuff, man. It's not even stupid, but it's like, okay, how does that help us fans? Like if you're gonna be, if 2022 is gonna be an L, you have to say it's an L. You say you can be upfront with this. And look, because Phil Spencer tweeted out, he understands the value of consistency in gaming and quality and consistency. If you can't deliver that, then be upfront about it. Say, look, 2011. Even at the end of the show, if you have to say it expressly, I will rate you for it because that will make me trust you. Which one of you, Jen, said trust? Tony, you said trust. Yeah. Oh, no, both of you did. I don't know. But someone said trust. I'm gonna say I'll trust Xbox if they can say 20. This year's a loss. This year's a loss.
Exactly.
Here is what's coming in the future.
Gameplay. Ace says no.
But that's not enough, though. That's not enough.
Like, this is a great idea.
With his whining. Shut up, Donnie. Get the out of here. Hello. Woo. Reva. Ace, what are you saying?
It's a terrible idea for Phil Spencer to come on stage and acknowledge the little like Twitter banter about how bad Xbox are doing, because the reach of this show is wider. He comes on stage and says, by the way, we're really bad. There's a lot of people that haven't noticed.
No. He can say it in a way.
He has to do it in a PR way.
He can say it in a way only core gamers will understand. At the same time, the casuals won't be like, okay, good. Because he can say, okay, I'll give you an example. He can say like this, 2022, COVID's hit us. This year, is all about priming you to get you into unprecedented levels of quality you haven't even begun to see at Xbox with such cadence, with such releases, high quality games you will have never experienced as Xbox fans. You will be drowning in games to the point where you will actually laugh at the whole notion that people thought Game Pass would cause the quality to dwindle. Game Pass was unsustainable because we have some incredible. This generation, without a doubt, you will be shocked at how much quality we deliver you. He says that it's over.
Can I ask a question? Do you feel these guys, because I see people in my community saying this, and they're like, as long as they show what their first parties are up to, they win. And I'm just like, okay.
Oh, God.
Let me ask you this: if they show anything that is nowhere near being complete, is that a good move?
No, well,
No, because it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just for the future. It's like, oh, this game looks really good. I can't wait to play it. But we're talking about now, right now.
Yeah.
What's the plan between now and early next year? Like, that's what people want to know.
Yes, and that's what I want. I want to focus on just early 2023 and like up to June.
That's
maybe one or two things, maybe, but that's it. Like,
yeah.
Now.
No. I think they can do a mix of that. Show us stuff that's far away, but don't do too much of it. Maybe 2 titles. Give us a little bit of confidence in what's coming in the future. Already we know Elder Scrolls 6 is the big one. Fable is probably further away. So fine.
Perfect
Maybe
Dark.
have a couple big ones. Perfect Dark. Yeah, Perfect Dark's further away, although I think they need to show that like soon. But have maybe a couple of games that are further away, really further away, so we know what's coming in the Xbox. But now, between now and in the immediate future, because we need to see.
Yeah.
Okay, if 2020 is lost, 2023, 2024, what's going to be shown? Because we need to know that. And that's where, if they show all these great games and they announce all these great games and 2022 is a loss, then it makes the pill easier to swallow, because then it's like, all right, pressure's going to be then really on you next year. Because Starfield has to really bang.
Really deliver, yes.
Yeah, definitely needs
Sony go, man. Sony, ooh.
The more time you give Sony, you're buying time for Sony as well, Xbox. You're buying time for Sony. Sony's sitting there like, please delay everything. Because this is a critical time. This is a critical time now, and Sony are praying. They are watching this showcase eagerly.
Yes.
Just as eager as you are, but in a different way.
I am telling you, Sony has no problem delivering. Look, they have already raised the bar this month with that state of play, right? That is arguably the best state of play that we have gotten in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And
although Xbox fans benefited from that as well, but
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like as far as like pace and starting out the show strong and everything. Like I'm like, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Like Microsoft has to learn from Nintendo. They have to learn from Sony. Like, bro, like I get it that y'all have a lot of stuff in development right now, but we're talking about now, because starting off this year, not looking too good. You know what I'm saying? By the end of this year, we need at least 2 or 3 games. At least 2 or 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Because you're telling me for the holiday season, you have 0. So you basically the whole entire year, you have nothing.
Yeah.
And so, listen.
I agree with you. No, they need to. They need to. But I'm excited about what's coming in the future, because I know Xbox is feeling the pinch. So and this is the first time in a long time, unless a lot of things have been leaked, which have kind of stayed away from Twitter, really, just to kind of not ruin my surprise. But I think this is they're all like a rant. Everyone's like, this is a weird one. Even like Jeff Grubb was like, it's all over like the place. Like we have no idea what Xbox is going to show, because it's going to be down to the wire. They've been very secretive with it. But let me catch up with these super chats. Stanley Passion Official with the $2 super checkers. Thank you, Acer. Replay value does not exist on a PlayStation game now, but the focus on live service games is real. Multiplayer is real. You've heard it from Jim Ryan himself. So that will change. But you were right, Danny. Asa, you were also right. Glinster, thank you so much for the $5 super checkers. Uncharted 1, 2, 3, The Last of Us Remaster, Uncharted 4, 5, The Last of Us 2, Uncharted. What kind of super chat is this? Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, The Last of Us remake, Naughty Dog looking like Nintendo. There was an easier way to make that point, but Glitzer, that's yes, to a certain degree, I agree. But there are also, if you caught the show, Jeff Keighley kind of put it, Neil Druckmann on the spot there to reveal that they are working on a brand new IP. So hopefully that will break the thing. But yeah, it's a bit silly. Mucho Chucho 7240. Thank you so much for the $20 super check. Xbox has better and more popular IPs than Sony has or ever will have. Not fake Marlon, he's the real Marlon. Mucho, come down. Minecraft, it can be popular, but I've never played Minecraft, so that doesn't matter. And in terms of the better quality stakes, yeah, I mean, they won Publisher of the Year last year, but I prefer Xbox's first party games, but there's a reason why. You're going to be hard pressed to say, but I appreciate your view. £4.49 for I read the name as the super chat as the name. Faisal with the £4.49 super chat because it is the new rumored Kojima game Overdose making an appearance in the show. What? I don't even know about that. What is this?
Man, it was a
Be careful. Be careful, Gaz. Be careful.
Faisal, I swear to God, if you
there's a fake
ruined the surprise for me. It hasn't leaked or anything. I said, oh, well, I haven't heard about it.
I got some DMs on that.
Huh?
And yeah,
There's just rumors going around. That's
rumors.
all.
That's I'd say
some fake crap going around with like.
Oh no, this is the thing. Yeah, someone DM'd me about this as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was,
yeah. It's fake, man.
It's I don't know. I don't trust that stuff. But if that is,
I'm just gonna interject in there. I don't think it is fake, and I wouldn't expect it tomorrow.
You don't think it's fake?
The overdose.
Why don't
thing
you think it's fake?
No, I don't think it's
Why?
fake. I think that project is real. That they are.
As an
There is a
Xbox
horror game from
exclusive?
Kojima. No. That's the bit where people have jumped to weird conclusions.
Confirmed. Overdose is real. Write articles, people. Xbox is. Oh god. So Overdose, you think is real by Kojima?
But it's not the
not
rumored
shown.
Xbox exclusive thing. No, that's far away.
Yeah, the reason why I said it was fake was because they have it in the listing for tomorrow. But I do believe that the actual game is real.
Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah, they have like this banner and stuff of all the games and stuff, and Overdose was supposedly there. So I'm like, come on, Jeff and Kojima are buddies. I mean, why not show it at Summer Game Fest? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If maybe it's just not ready yet to be shown. So
if Kojima shows off tomorrow, comes up tomorrow, any Kojima game and an Xbox game, Megaton, Microsoft pay him whatever you have to just to even dress him up, take him there, say something. Just tell him to say something on stage. That'll be big. Even if you're not a fan of him. Gamer by choice, thank you for the $5 super because as a gamer, I do not care about first-party titles as long as I get games I want to play. Completely reasonable. It makes sense.
Yeah.
If they're first party and you don't care about them, why would you want to play? But it's a sensible thing. Lockdown Tech Source, thank you for the £4.49 super chat. 95 minutes tomorrow and another event on the 14th. I'd suggest Microsoft are pretty confident right now. Aaron Greenberg not yet saying manage expected. Aaron Greenberg would not say this for this one. He said it for something else. Yeah.
Can I just interject on that one really quick? That is, if you watched Gamescom last year, that second show is the Xbox Gamescom show. It is going to be deeper dives, maybe a couple things that they didn't want to squeeze into their main show, but that's good. Because they're making their main show, that means they want to keep it engaging and hit fast.
Yeah,
They didn't have time to do these interviews and deep dives that Jeff did during his show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Jeff did during his show. He would talk to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing Wednesday. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's not another showcase. It's just extra. It's more.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Rel, there with the $2 super chat. Xbox has marketing for Modern Warfare 2. I think that's wrong. And maybe Diablo and Game Pass. Not for Modern Warfare 2. Diablo in the future, possibly, yes. Boba Fett Gaming, shout out to you with a $5 super check. A speculation on how many games get shown. I'm thinking 30. Let's have a quick guess. Asa, number of games shown. Next tomorrow.
They're going to show every game that they showed last year, minus the ones that have already come out. So there were, I think, 30 games last year. There'll be 33.
There you go. 33 games. KBG?
I'm about, the give or take 30's right, but I'll be specific. 29.
29. Less
We should
games.
record this.
What about you, Marlon? You can throw a number out there.
I don't know. I'm probably, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, I say probably close to 40.
What? Okay, 40 games. Benefit of the doubt and then some. Quite generous.
I'm going out on an olive branch on that one. Probably a bunch of indie stuff, and then all the hardcore stuff, and then Game Pass and Family Plan and this and that. So that's gonna take time, right?
Yeah.
But I'll say close to 40. I would say, because remember we had that report saying that almost every single studio submitted content for the showcase. So if you think about all the studios that they got,
I didn't see that report.
And each studio is supposedly having multiple games being worked on. So I mean, it adds up pretty quick,
Yeah, man.
Marlon, what about a specific number? You said around 40. I'm gonna actually write this down, and we're gonna bet on this tomorrow.
I say 40 even.
Okay.
40 even. Okay.
I say about 40 even.
Guys, what you got?
I was hoping you guys would pick me. What did Asa say?
Asa said 33. I said 29. Marlon's saying 40.
I'll say 32.
32?
Yeah, close to Asa because he's almost right.
All right. So I'm the least. Great.
Well done. You say Sony PlayStation fanboy. No, someone said 5, and the rest of them are side scrollers. Danny Passion official, thank you with the $5 super chat. Marlon, as a Sony fan, what is your opinion on Sony only releasing one game in 2021 last 6 months? By the way, it was one Xbox game. What's your opinion on that? What? Huh?
One first party in the past 6 months? There was 2.
Yeah, they had, what was it? Uncharted?
He's talking about 2021. In 2021 last.
Oh, 2021.
In the last 6 months.
Oh, in the last 6 months of 2020. Okay, yeah. I think I meant this year. My bad.
Sony, the thing is, I mean, early 2021 was good, but the thing is, Sony have a lot of stuff in development as well. And
25 plus games.
Yeah, 25 plus games, right? And obviously the stuff with Bungie, building around that with the live service stuff. They have a lot of multiplayer games in development. So I feel like the thing with Sony is they're not going to show stuff if they're not confident, or they're not going to release stuff if they're not really confident that it's going to do extremely well. So at least, like I said, for Microsoft, at least have something. Right? At least 1 or 2 games, something. So, I mean, you got to understand, too, with Sony, with the whole PS5 availability situation as well. So, I think their main focus last year was you know what? Let's still push a lot of cross-generation stuff. Let's still push a lot of PS4 idea out there to the mass, right? But even though buy us enough time to come out with more PS5s. That's what I think it was really production issues and a mixture of things that was just still early development or whatnot.
Well, it wasn't great. I would have just said it was not good next time in future, but they did well in 2022. I don't want a repeat of that. And if God of War gets delayed, it almost kind of gives a little bit of breathing space or an excuse to Xbox, I think.
Yeah.
But let's say, faced with another $20 super chat, guys, are game demos behind a paywall now a good thing because Xbox is doing it? No.
God.
What? Why would you think I would say yes to that? Why would it? I saw, was that Nicky Marseille? He tagged me in some post who said, I thought you said game demos about. Did I ever say it was a good thing? Have you ever seen me ever in my life say that behind a paywall game demos are good because Xbox have done it? No. It's because Xbox Game Pass alone was such a good service. It didn't need to do. It still doesn't justify that.
Yeah.
But you don't. These fanboys. We're not the same. We're not the same. Such nonsense.
God.
No face. It's not good. Don't find another way to do it. But behind the paywall demos, lame. It's just lame. It's lame.
No, it's not.
It's not. And luckily, the service is good enough because the reason why it became such a big deal, just to kind of digress on it, I called out MBG because MBG was like, everyone gives like PlayStation a hard time, even if they do something pro-consumer. And he pointed at the game demos. I'm like, what is it about this that you like? Is it the game demos? And then he deleted his tweet because it didn't make sense. The same logic applies to Game Pass, except Game Pass alone is the best value in gaming. It is. Obviously, over time, if the quality isn't there, then you have to question whether or not. What?
But that's the shill line. You can't be a shill. The whole Game Pass is the best
What's the
value in
shill line?
gaming. That's the shill line. That's the sponsored post.
How's that a show line? But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't need paid demo.
Any singular one-time purchase game that you've loved in your life is better value because you only pay for it once. I'm not saying this is a Game Pass is bad. Game Pass is great.
I'm sorry, I disagree with that.
No. But the Game Pass is the best value in gaming. That's a shill line.
How's that a shit line? It literally is so good that people are espousing.
No, not shit. He's saying shill.
Shill.
No, listen, I know what you said. It's saying it's a shill line, but how's it? It has saved me so much money. That singular game I have played multiple of the games, and I will play. So it's not a shill line if you genuinely believe it.
Shill line.
It makes no sense. Oh, that singular game you play makes no sense. No, I'm sorry.
So for me, example, I put hundreds and hundreds of hours into Skyrim VR. It cost me about £20. The Witcher 3 cost me £11.50. That's the best value in gaming. Those games are amazing, and I paid once.
Which service in the world allows matches?
I'm not saying it's not the best service available, but you said it's the best value in gaming.
What do you think we're talking about? Is the best value? We're obviously talking about the service.
Break it up! Break it up!
Oh yeah, I played Tetris for 1,700 hours. That was the best value in gaming because my grandmother gave it to me. Makes no sense. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. Smoke SHO with a $2 super chat goes, PlayStation never releases games around holidays, do they? PlayStation typically don't. That's where Xbox is weighted towards that side all the time. It's like I'm
trying to think,
holiday, and I don't think PlayStation tend to do that. Although God of War, if the Bloomberg reports or whatever are believed, apparently it's in November.
September,
and that would be different.
No?
But chat, let me know if you think that if you know there's a game that's coming out this holiday. I don't think so. Dan Nazaro, for the first time in his life, makes a good point. Says that Ace's point was dumb.
Don't feel it.
I genuinely believe it's the best value in gaming, to the point where I've on the show said I question the sustainability of it. It's too good to be true.
Listen.
Even David Jaffe agrees with that. What do you say, Marlon?
Yeah, listen, I've said it plenty of times. I said it on the show so many times, and people, they attack me, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, as a gamer, you know what I'm saying? Like, your sight, your line of vision should be broad. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to touch Xbox, touch Sony, touch Nintendo, touch PC. It shouldn't just be a one-trick pony type thing where you're just focusing on just one platform, right? And if you look at what Microsoft is doing, especially with inflation, with everything that's going, it's hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? The value is hard to beat. I mean, you're getting service on top of service. You're getting all these games, right? Yeah. Now, granted, with how they split up the service, right? You have, Game Pass on PC and Game Pass on consoles. Obviously, the games are different. But at the same time, like, if you don't have a lot of money, because on Sony's side, is either you have the $70 or you don't, right? They're going to put whatever they're going to put in PlayStation Extra or Premium, and then that's going to be that. But they're not doing day and date. So if you see all these studios that Microsoft acquired and all that stuff is gonna go to Game Pass, you're insane if you think that that's not a great value. You understand?
Yeah.
Call of Duty, all these games.
Just
The
real
best
quick.
value. Best
Bro,
value.
look at Hellblade.
The
Look
two-
at Hellblade too.
Hang on.
Specifically, though, the two games that I mentioned there, deliberately, Skyrim and Witcher 3, have both been on Game Pass, right? It's not a coincidence that I chose those two as examples. It's just a finite purchase. If you're talking value, a finite purchase is always going to beat it. So Game Pass is expensive over time. And that's not to downplay it. It is the best service available in gaming. But
So I want to
people
compliment
coming
Aces.
into
But-
Twitter, it's a shield line.
But you
wanna help it.
You agreed with me there at the end. But
You guys have
said
given
nothing.
your perspectives.
You literally just said best value service in gaming, right?
Yes.
You just said that.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? Because we're talking about
Service.
services.
Yes.
But
'Cause-
when you come out and say best value in gaming, are you talking about services if you don't specifically say
Of
you're talking
course,
about
because
services?
he's talking about
No,
paid demos.
Gaz,
I'm responding to
Gaz,
him.
I'm talking about shields in general. But don't take it personally. It's fine. Go on, Kibaji.
What do you mean? Follow
Well,
the
I just want to
conversation.
say
I'm
basically the value, because I've seen a lot of people say this, like, and this is true. Everybody has their own definition of value. I agree with you guys, like 100%. Game Pass
It is
just saves people
subjective.
money. It's always. I'm actually considering changing my channel to the glass half full or something, because that's how I try to be. But what Asa might also be getting at, as well as there's other people in my community, where it's like everybody's got their own definition of value. Some people want to be able to keep that game 60 years from now in their living room on their shelf or whatever, or if the internet goes out, I want to be able to play it or whatever. There's all these things. I'm like, fair. Like, that is a perspective. That's fair, and that is to them valuable. So who knows? But anyways, is there other stuff? Let's like, can we keep going? Can we please keep going?
No, I'm still fine. Okay, anyway, listen. This is about the game showcase, not about
Yes,
how much
please.
Asa hates Game Pass. It's Danny Passion Official with a $5 super chat. Marlon, is it okay for Sony not to release two games when they are unconfident, but Microsoft can't? The truth is, everyone is suffering the effects of 2020 pandemic. Danny, I don't want to derail the conversation too much because you're just literally putting just cross-examination of Marlon's views on PlayStation side of things. But you're trying to address the topic at hand. I don't think you could just keep scapegoating, you pointing at, but Sony did that. Because ultimately, in terms of first-party quality, there is an argument to be raised. Their output this year alone, you may not like their games, but they have released first-party AAAs. Whether you're not like Horizon and got buried by Elden Ring, that's still there. That's a lot more than what Xbox has done.
Exactly.
So just we have to be real. Udani with the $50 super chat. I just copied a bit.
Big body 50. Let's go.
Yo, shout out to you, Donnie. Thank you so much. He's been a supporter for a while as well. Here's to the best value in gaming communities. GameOnDaily and Xbox podcast super friends. Source. Thank you so much, Udani, for that. That means a lot. We're getting fired up. Look, tensions are high. Expectations are high. Xbox has to deliver.
Can't breathe. Oh, God.
I love you, Marlon, man. But, okay, what game are you expecting to be shown tomorrow? What big game are you expecting to be shown tomorrow?
Okay, can we just rule out Starfield and Redfall though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's obvious. Like, that's obvious.
That's obvious. Yeah. Forget those. Keep it to you. Sorry, go for it.
That's that. I mean, I don't know. I was like, shoot, is he gonna call me first? Because I was like, I'm like, please, I don't want to hear anybody mention Starfield, Redfall, where we all know it's gonna happen. If they don't happen, that's shocking, whatever. But like, I just want to get that out of the way so none of us bring it up. But
shout out to Jeff Grubb in the chat. He goes, I'm expecting Viva Pinata. No, what the come in here. No Viva Pinata 9.
You know, the cool part about this, so like my answer to this question, and you are asking expect. I'm going to say wish list for later, but you're saying expect.
We'll talk wish list later, but yeah.
I really don't know. Like, that's the thing. It's because all of us, we know Redfall and Starfield is going to be there, even though they're not saying it. But like, and they might not, but what the hell? How the hell could they not be? But I like sure they'll okay. They're gonna have an actual full trailer for Scorn, like an actual full trailer, and that's a boring expectation, but I fully expect that because that game was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah. Are you expecting a AAA first-party exclusive to be shown tomorrow?
I was gonna say, are we gonna narrow this down more to be like,
yes,
if there's any triple? Okay, AAA.
Let's talk about AAA. Let's talk AAA. Let's talk
AAA. That's even harder. Yeah. That's even harder. You know, I'm gonna steal from Beer Baron. I see Arc 2. That's probably. I think that's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yep.
I don't know if that's AAA though, but that's
more like AA-ish.
Yeah.
There's no AAA. There's no AAA.
What do you mean? There's so many. I can just say.
I mean, does anybody else like? I can't.
Marlon, he. Bloody Kibichi said, "Don't mention these two games," and then he was like, "Wait, after that, there's nothing."
But that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like.
There is stuff. Marlon, name the game. Chat's doing it. Name the game, not Arc 2. And name the game that first party AAA game that Xbox could show.
First party, even more narrow.
Hell yeah! Of course.
I really want to see Avowed. I think Avowed. Yeah. I'm feeling good about it. You know what I'm saying? Because all the rumors, everything that I've been, hearing about the game, it just sounds like that game that's, I feel like, going to really show us what the Series X can do. And, with that RPG element, and also sort of like, Witchfire, right? With apparently you're going to have guns and magic and things of that nature. But I feel like Avowed would be that game for me. I know Perfect Dark, they said it's not going to be there. I really want to see Perfect Dark because I'm a huge fan, but that might not be there. So I would say that Avowed, and man, this is really tough. Indiana Jones.
Damn it! I was about to say that.
No, you weren't. We had enough time to say Indiana Jones. That's the big one.
Can I please just say? Can we please? I put this on Cult Show, and we all were in agreement. Can Indiana Jones by Machine Games? And I think that actually might be there too because they announced that like 2 years ago now, nearly I think. But can that please be a third-person game?
Oh,
I hope
bro.
So.
Please don't be first person.
It cannot be isometric. It cannot be first bloody person. It has to be a third-person game. And it has to look good. It has to look good.
Please.
It has to look good. It has to be the answer to Uncharted.
Exactly. Oh, you took the word out of my mouth. Because Microsoft, they need that. They need
I know. Agreed. 100%.
But it's also because this is what I was saying on Cult Show too. If you're being Indiana Jones, you have to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to see that. Like if you're first person Indiana Jones, it's you. Like it's not as immersive.
It's stupid.
But if you're playing one of the most iconic characters of all time, you have to be able to see that you're Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like that's important. Yeah.
That's definitely. We need to see that. That could be a good shout. That could be a big one as well. Like they end the show with the gameplay for the game, visually astounding. Imagine the whip and everything, the traversal. They could do so many mechanics. Machine Games doing it throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they do first-person shooters like Wolfenstein.
Yeah. But, and it will show you how ambitious. It will really show you how ambitious, like you just said, like they're used to just doing first person stuff, but it will show you ambitious how these studios are and show you the range of how good these studios are. You know what I'm saying? Because the talent and everything, and it will make people feel like, man, Microsoft really got some really good studios. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can go from a first person to third person and do it very well. Exactly. I mean, we've seen it with Naughty Dog. We've seen it with a lot of Sony studios, how talented Insomniac, like, come on, man, like it can be done. You just have to just really be diverse. And
Guerrilla Games, they did that.
Guerrilla
from
Games,
Killzone to
and that caters to what Xbox, like that's their strong suit is variety. You know, I saw somebody in the chat saying like, why would they do first person? Why wouldn't they do first person? They're the kings of it. It's like, but they have that. They need more other stuff. They have strategies. They have racing. They have shooters. They have RPGs. Why not add third person stuff with one of the most iconic damn characters to do it with?
Exactly. They got the RPG game on lock. They got it on lock. Assuming these are good. They got Elder Scrolls, they got Avowed, they got Fable, they got Outer Worlds 2. These are all bloody Western RPGs. So they need to show bloody third person. We're sticking our hopes on Hellblade 2, which looks stunning. And look how much that thing is carrying Xbox's
It's going to
hopes.
be insane. Oh my god.
It's going to be insane. Except Hellblade 1. Hellblade 1 was really not a big splash when it was released. It was a PlayStation time exclusive, but it was visually nice, but it didn't make a splash on PlayStation because PlayStation has such an abundance of really proficient, high quality, AAA third person, visually impressive games that Hellblade 2 did make a splash, but nowhere near as much as Xbox guys are propping up Hellblade because that's their only real third person AAA game, which looks stunning. But you have to understand, it went from like almost indie levels to what it is now.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones could change that. Indiana Jones, assuming it's exclusive or not, whatever, but lack of exclusivity will hurt the
it matches our filters, though. It matches our filters.
It does.
How about Asa?
It does.
Oh, I can tell you what I'm hoping for. I love predictions and speculation.
Well,
this is my speciality. I'm expecting, I'm hoping for, and expecting 20 minutes of The Rock promoting his energy drink. Love to see it. That's what we all want from a gaming show. So I'll take that. And I think your third-person action-adventure experience will be satisfied by Compulsion Games, and I don't have a name for it.
Ooh, Contraband?
No, Compulsion.
No.
Contraband is Avalanche, is a third-party partner.
Oh, yeah.
Compulsion, Microsoft
We
bought in
Happy
like
Few.
2017, and they've not shown anything
We
yet.
Happy
So from
Few?
We Happy Few,
Yep.
and they are going to show up tomorrow.
They're going to show up tomorrow.
I was thinking that. I'm just not confident enough in it, but that'd be cool.
Because We Happy Few didn't hit, and they will feel because Xbox bought them. There was a lot of hype for We Happy Few, and it kind of fell flat after it just didn't do it. I would think that the studio would be out really to try and prove themselves. They look like they have the potential to be something huge, so I can't wait for that.
I'll say on that, when you talk about We Happy Few, it did flop, but it showed well. Compulsion Games have the potential to do something that shows well, whether it turns out to be brilliant or otherwise. They've got a style about them.
They have definitely a style about them. Only problem is the We Happy Few will always, if it shows well, which I hope it does, if it does show, they will have that lingering kind of, We Happy Few looked good. Let's wait and see, because that's the problem of that legacy that they have. But let's see. But I think if the game is a little bit more, forgive me for saying mainstream leaning, then perhaps it will be like, okay, cool. Because it's not trying to, when you try to be unique and different, it can hit in different ways, if you know what I mean. It's like, yeah. Okay, I can go on to that. Shout out to 850 people just watching. Smash that like button if you're talking, if you're enjoying the sauce. But
sauce is good today, guys.
Sauce is good today. Marlins, bring the sauce. KBG. Even bloody Asa and me are fighting over the sauce because Asa believes Xbox has no games.
Oh my God, we're moving on from that.
Oh no, that was fun. I love that. Armello with the $5 Canadian. Of course, waiting to buy a game until it is on discount bin and limit yourself to one game a month. I did not know that was the next topic. Next super chat. Limit yourself to one. Yeah, Asa. Of course, waiting till the bargain bin is the best value in gaming.
There you go. Of course, Gaz. Don't you feel silly? Of course, he's on my side.
I just bought Inside for $2. I'm excited.
Oh, Faisal, again, thank you so much for the super checkers. Do you think Project Mara will show up? And do you think Killer Instinct and Banjo will show up?
That's what I want. Yes.
Which one of those did you want?
Both. Freaking
Yeah.
both.
Yes.
All I will say is Banjo-Kazooie.
How
Banjo-Kazooie in the
dare you?
face. No. Bring back Conker. Xbox is for the big bro dudes, right? Bring back Conker. No, fine.
I would
Project
accept
Mara.
that.
Project Mara is like an experimental type game. Don't put your hopes on that one. It's gonna be very like almost is it a game kind of thing. It's dealing. Hellblade's also dealing with the serious premise of mental health, but gamified it a lot more than what I expect Project Mara to be, and I think it'll be further away. And I don't think it will show, but it might do. It might do. I don't know. Killer Instinct. Holy, they need to do a Killer Instinct. They need
I
to
heard
do
so
Killer
much
Instinct.
about that.
There's a
You'd have-
full-blown movement behind that. There's a full-blown movement.
I hope they do that, man.
Here's the thing, like I don't want that. Like I have written down like the things I hope for most. I almost wrote that, but it was more so I was like, I more so want that for people. That's the thing. Like, would I be interested in it? Sure. But I know the movement behind that. I would be so happy for people if that happened.
Oh man, the music coming on from your friend Donnie
Well, would
Moran.
Mickey Gordon do it? Would he do it?
Mickey, that's it. Danny Moran.
Would Mickey do it, man? I would hope so. If it's
bro.
not if it's without Mickey, I'll lose half of it. I keep calling it.
Oh man, the Killer Instinct. You hear the music, you will cry just like everyone cried. Remember when it was Maximilian dude, like his reaction to the Xbox One, and he's like, "I'm crying, man," and I would cry happy tears if Killer Instinct comes. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Microsoft, if you're listening, I don't know if you listen to our show. We're a bit crazy here, but if you are listening, make it happen. I'm sure there's a movement there, so they'll probably listen to that before they listen to us, most likely. But I hope Killer Instinct happens.
They will listen to the RDX guys and Colt for sure.
Colt Eastwood, I swear to if you are there, Phil Spencer's there, you have to tell him the things we are saying, especially Killer Instinct. Man, but I know Colt will say it to him. We talk about it. Colt very passionate about it. I'm sure it'll come up in conversations. I can't wait till he comes back. He's just like,
Vanessel is bringing up a good point. He's like, Senua and Doomslayer for Killer Instinct. That's the cool thing about Killer Instinct, because the first game, they were experimenting with that. They added like Arbiter and Ram and the Battletoads. So the sequel, they could be like, here's some Bethesda people.
That's a great shout, because Battletoads was pretty out there as far as stylistically putting it into Killer Instinct. Senua would make a lot more. Doom Guy would make a lot more. There's such a slate
Doom
of things
Guy
in
being in a fighting game. Come on.
That would
Come on.
How sick would that be? For years, Xbox, for some reason, has always had Spawn as its character, even though Spawn isn't exclusive to Xbox because it kind of thematically with the vibes. But Doom Guy, that would be sick. And Master Chief does smaller. Percolator 9000, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Because I'm expecting games, more games. Great show. The Rock won't be there. We will have a Taco Bell ad for 20 minutes. No Rock, please. Thank God for that. That was a win. And shout out to Jeff Keighley, by the way. He did not have that many ads this time.
Yeah, he didn't.
One wrong one.
He
didn't.
There were, but they kind of flowed in the show.
The Game Awards.
Other than The Rock. The Rock one was the only one that felt forced. Everything else
it was forced.
Kind of flowed. Yeah.
It's kind of rocky, kind of it's cool, so you'll tolerate it. It's better than some other things, but otherwise it won't be. It's going to be all about gameplay tomorrow. It has to be. So if we are suggesting, like, game-wise, like, we've kind of spilled into it already, and you can be as fantastical as you want. Kibiji, what game do you want to see tomorrow that you think would be?
I keep seeing Not Enough Coffee in the chat, who's definitely somebody that knows me, and because he keeps saying like Kibiji's chair is really hoping that the showcase tomorrow is really lackluster. Because there's a joke in my community where if something hype happens, my chair suffers. I just always toss it. And I'm like, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what would actually get me to just straight up, no fucking way.
Just smack the chair up.
I'm sorry, Gaz, but if I see Banjo, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many people that won't touch, like, and that's not even a game franchise I myself really love that much, but it's a beloved platformer that Xbox has just been sitting on for freaking ages.
Yeah.
And literally, I think Moon Studios, I'm not totally sure about this, but even them, they were like, yeah, we do that. The people that did Ori, yeah, we do that for you guys. Nah, that's okay. Like, what? They just won't do anything with it. And I'm hoping after like the Smash Ultimate hype, they just realize they get another studio to handle it. That's fine. They have the IP. They can do whatever the hell they want with it.
I mean, Double Fine came
one.
out with a unanimous no, we're not working on Banjo. So that was that. They want to work on
There's
new
so
games.
little hope. That's the other reason. There's so little hope. Even Double Fine, they're like, yeah, but we want to work on something original. We don't want to do anything. We want to do something original next. I'm like, damn it. So,
Double Fine, it would be criminal to have them hunker down on something like this that they don't want to work on. Let them work on. They're so just immensely talented and so original. I would say they will let them work on something. Marlon, what game, like crazy, even if it's out there, but that would be an Xbox game that you would say would change the game?
Man. All right, so I'm going out on a limb with this one. Call me crazy, because how my mind works is that I'm always evolving into the next thing. And I'm thinking right now, like, y'all let me know what y'all think. But I think this would really let me just flip out of my chair, throw my chair in the wall.
The chair club, yep.
But yeah, bust through the wall. I mean, Splinter Cell.
Dude, let's go.
Somehow.
Let's go.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Xbox exclusive.
Make it happen.
Can I just say, Ubisoft and EA are totally absent from all of this.
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly. Make it happen. Make it happen. Bro, Splinter Cell?
And Xbox are home together. That would bring it back.
Bro.
I didn't
That would
even
be
think
hype.
of that.
That would be hype.
That would be back to original Xbox days. Splinter Cell.
Yeah, that would be hype. That'd be great.
The one time I'd be happy about timed exclusivity because I'm a shill, like Asa says. Splinter Cell is a sick shout. I mean, everyone is saying it, but I wouldn't like timed exclusivity of it. But that would be huge if Xbox.
Huge. If they can work out a deal with Ubisoft, with the IP or something, and just have it on Game Pass day one or whatever, like I don't care,
yeah.
or just even reveal it. Man, bro, I would be so happy, bro. Because going back to the original Xbox days, bro, like that was like the only game that I
counted Metal Gear.
Yeah, Metal Gear. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I heard that, well, Ubisoft was working on it and they're trying to bring it back, but man, with the money that Microsoft got, man, if they get behind
that's smart. Yeah. That would be a smart play, even if it is like a multi-plat game, but it's day one on Game Pass.
Yes, that's still good.
That's massive. That's a huge win. Or I don't know, guys, I'm a shill. Maybe I'm not allowed to say things about Game Pass, but you would say that would be incredible if also it went back to its roots.
Yes.
Splinter Cell needs to go back to its roots.
Yep.
Yes.
Hard stealth. I know Asa's not a fan of stealth, but hard stealth. Like that kind of mechanic. Because the last few games became a little bit too non-Splinter Cell celery.
Celery.
With the little executions and stuff like that. Bring it back to the raw, hardcore stealth game. I love the originals, man. That's a sick shout, man. I don't think anyone said that.
And there's this game from back in the day, and I think this
don't
game
say brute force. Do not say brute force.
Somebody in your chat said that. I saw that.
Spriggan said brute force. No, don't say brute force.
There's this game that.
What are you doing? Sport celery on screen up.
I'm so dead. There's this game that I felt like really gave birth to Gears of War, and I felt like they should. Microsoft got some good IP, Mecha Assault, all that stuff, but Kill Switch. A lot of y'all young heads don't remember, bro.
That gave birth to Gears.
Fire. With the covering system.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that game? Look
Yeah,
at
but
the
is
coverage.
that even relevant? Killswitch, I know, I remember that. That's the game that created the cover system that Gears of War copied that made it what it is gaming today.
Exactly.
By the way, Jeff Grubb says,
Bro,
that your prediction, Marlon, isn't that bad. That's actually.
who said
It's
that?
confirmed. Jeff Grubb has confirmed Splinter Cell is exclusive to Xbox.
What?
It's shown tomorrow.
Wait,
Jeff-
Can you
I
imagine?
didn't see
in the
that.
chat. In the chat. He's in the chat.
Oh, really? Shout out to Jeff. What?
Jeff is a G.
What?
Jeff is a G. That sounds cool.
And
Yeah, the kill switch, but that's a weird
didn't
one.
like it?
That's a weird one.
you didn't like
Like-
that game?
No, not that I didn't like the game. I question its utility in the sphere where every game under the sun that's third person has pretty much copied that template, improved on it. And what if you're a kill switch developer and you came up with the concept? It would seem like you would have to come up with something even more for it to really, because a lot of people don't even know Kill Switch is the game
Yeah.
that created. Yeah, like, man, but rated. These are some good predictions there. Like, Ace.
Hey, they're wish lists, not predictions
wish lists.
necessarily.
Wish lists,
These
not
are wish
predictions.
lists. Yeah.
Wish list. Although Jeff Grubb gets to be tantalized every time he could, like, even like says, "Oh, that's a good prediction."
Scalebound. Everybody's saying Scalebound. Scalebound would make me go crazy as well. I would
want that. I want that so much.
Scalebound. I've been holding on to that. I've been holding on to it, but man, if they
What?
You know the second. You know what revived it though? It's just that talk. Like, yeah, we want to do it. They just need to talk to us.
Scalebound? No, man.
Oh,
Forget that. That game was gone in the bushes, man. Change the attack. Even if you change the hero, it's just a weird dragon game. I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is if you see just like a trailer and it's black and it just says Platinum Games, everybody's gonna be like, oh!
And then they'll say,
There's gonna be that
Babylon
happen. Then there's
4
gonna
is
be other
coming to
habits like,
Xbox.
oh no.
Babylon 4.
Oh
Oh
god.
man, nah. That studio, yeah, I'm not that hyped about it. Asa, wild prediction. I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. I want to know what
Yeah.
you think I'm going to say first.
I do too.
Here we go.
If this comes, it is over. Xbox has won the generation by far. If this happens, Quake needs to come back. Are you gonna say Quake?
I'd take it. I would love it if Quake came back properly and not the one that's on PC at the moment. My absolute one thing that I'm looking for that will make me smash the shit out of my room is if they have a Forza Horizon DLC with Hot Wheels. I'm going to smash
You're
everything.
lying. You're lying.
That's sarcasm. What the hell? No. Yeah, so chat, he's just joking there. He's joking there. So please don't. Cerebral Paul, thank you for becoming a member as well as
What happened?
Mondatric.
Oh,
Don Matrick.
with the red eyes.
I've seen him in Cold's chat. He's hilarious. Thank you for becoming a member, Mondatric. Poor Don Matrick. He's become a meme at this point. That's his legacy when his kids grow up and Dad, what did you do? It was so bad. Shout out to Mondatric. Quake. If Quake comes, and it's doable. When the ZeniMax acquisition happened,
Yeah.
immediately, even though I know John Carmack doesn't have a dealing with it, he tweeted saying, it'd be interesting to revise some old classic IPs
Yeah.
with this. And, the guy is such a force, he could just step into Microsoft's office and just be like, yo, Quake, let's go. They're like, yes, sir. I see Turok in the chat. Yeah, man, absolutely. John Lazaro with the $2 super. She goes, what the hell is wrong with Asa today? Today? No, I don't know. What are you alluding to? But yeah, no, Quake would be huge. I think, look, generally, let's talk about, look, in order for a successful format for tomorrow's show, this is my prediction. I'll lead with this. You tell me if I'm wrong here. They need to show gameplay. Number one, gameplay. I'm like you said, Marlon, gameplay. If they don't show gameplay, and I mean enough gameplay for multiple games, at least 3 or even 3 or 4 sounds stupid, like a cop out. They need to show gameplay. That needs to look good.
Yes.
Principally, it should be gameplay. So avowed gameplay. If they show Fable, it has to have gameplay. Forza Motorsport, we haven't talked about. If the rumors like are true and it's going to be pushed up, we still need to see Forza. Yeah, we need to see Forza. That isn't a game like Starfield where it hurts you to show it a bit too early. I don't think it does. Like show us Forza. Like Gran Turismo came out, didn't really.
If Xbox deliver and show you Forza Motorsport 8 or whatever they're going to call it, can you learn to say it properly?
Is it not Forza Motorsport 8? I'm giving me a complex now about that name. Forza. Is there something else? Is it Forza or Forza? Is it
Forza.
What do I say?
Yeah.
Forza.
Oh, God.
All right, I will say Forza Motorsport if it's gameplay
Make it
showed
happen,
off tomorrow.
Microsoft.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Off the rip.
Welcome to the Xbox Showcase. We're going to send an English teacher over to Gad's place, and now we got some more games to show you. Here it is, Starfield.
Xbox will be.
Oh man. Dan Lazaro with another decent super chat because Fallout New Vegas 2 and Fallout 5. Any Fallout? Well, no. Why
Listen,
I don't-
Listen.
What?
This is where we're in dreamland now. Because I heard that rumor talking about, Fallout. What was it? The original Fallout, and then Fallout New Vegas supposed to be like redone in Unreal Engine 5. I'm like, dude, there's no way. If they show that and it's supposedly coming out this year, dude.
What do you think you think that's too far-fetched?
I think that's Fallout New Vegas in Unreal Engine 5. Man, I'll be flipping out of my chair, dude. That would be
even if it's a remake?
Yeah, if it's a remake and it's done with Unreal Engine 5, oh god, dude. Because a lot of people haven't played that in years. I don't even remember every single thing I did in that game.
Yeah,
that's how long ago it's been.
My one thing about just Fallout news in general is because I've seen that before. One of my friends is like, dude, if they show Fallout 5, it'll be crazy. And I'm like, here's the thing. Bethesda's already kind of stacked up right now. So I think we should leave them be. Like, let them focus on Starfield. We're not even getting Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon. Like, they gotta finish stuff up. So
yeah, enough RPGs, man. We have so much RPG. We're drowning in RPGs. Let the RPG space breathe a little bit. That trick. I can't take it seriously. With a $5 super goes. Imagine this: an Xbox show where everyone talks like Banjo-Kazooie, and subtitles are needed to understand what the fuck is going on. Make Xbox weird again. Mod that trick. Lay off the shrooms that you obviously take copious amounts of. But I love you for it. No, Fallout. I've heard the things about Fallout. If there's anything Fallout shown, that's great. But I do think like it's coming to the point where the variety point is kind of going away. Like RPGs are enough. Like not enough. Fallout will be big. Pacing of announcements. But you don't want to be the.
I think what we really need, man, is a balance of everything from Xbox. You know, in the area, in the genres that they're weak in, they need to add more into that. You know what I'm saying? Platformers, third persons. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
platformer, third person. What else is there?
I mean,
that's all of the game types
I can think of.
No, as in what they need to do, not
like
all
Indiana Jones, like Indiana Jones, and like more, you know, just
JRPGs.
more adventurous, more adventurous stuff, JRPG stuff. You know what I'm saying? More shooters, you
fighting,
know, like just be more creative. But I think ultimately, for Xbox tomorrow, you need to have a strong start. You need to. There's no denying that. You need to out the gate, whatever game you're gonna pitch first, it needs to be strong. You need to have gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be precise, straight to the point, and then just have a steady flow of gameplay, and then end it off with trailers or whatever the future holds. CGI, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to start off strong, bro. If you don't start off strong, I don't know. You better make sure your ending is very strong. If your ending is weak, you know what I'm saying? But they have
to say no CGI unless it's some like first announcement. I don't want to see it. I don't want to
exactly
unless it's a reveal. No CGI. Just keep it out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. You can't be selling CGI for games we already know of. That'd be criminal.
God. Yeah.
Unless there's Phantom Dust. But then Miles Dompierre will be happy. But yeah, no, that's right. That's absolutely spot on. They need to gameplay start off strong, like you said.
Yes.
And that's how the structure of the show should be. Gameplay. No fluff. I don't want to see people on stage. Well, Mikey, maybe Phil Spencer, because we all love him. But yeah.
No talking. All right.
Yeah. No talking. It's a silent show.
Just show.
Music.
Yeah. Save the talking for last. I'm out of the talking. Let the games do the talking, like Jim Ryan said, and maybe show Age of Empire too, so everybody can.
Age of Empires 2. No, cancel. Age of Empires.
I thought their format last year was great. Like they did stop to talk, but it was like 4 times, I think. But for the most part, it was just trailer after trailer after trailer. I was like,
very quick.
Do that again.
Yeah.
Do that again.
I mean, Sarah Bond was excellent on stage, and when she did talk, she said something significant. Xbox exclusivity for Starfield. Boom, Game Pass will have da-da-da. Boom, next. So you can have people in the middle.
I think
if they're concise and they break the pace up and bring in next.
The only person that came out to talk about a game specifically, I think, was just for Halo Infinite. Like Todd Howard came out to talk about Bethesda, but like it was kind of more in a general sense. But for Halo Infinite was the only one that actually they talked about the game.
Who was it?
Oh no, they had a little bit about Forza. Never mind. There was one bit about Forza. Okay, so they did. They stopped a couple times, but
Yeah. No, and I imagine they will do it because, like, these, as much as sad as it may sound, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, these are like they're like almost like celeb figures. Well, they are.
I was gonna say, I think the Xbox, the thing that Xbox has very unique in terms of their brand image, they just show faces. They have faces. They want you to know their devs. They want you to know their higher ups. They want you to know them. So they're gonna stop every now and then.
And they're very communicative. Not too much. Successfully, they've fostered a kind of like rapport with gamers, with these personalities who do say the right things, albeit be under no impression that they are all loving and caring. They're still humans and they're still marketing their business. But in terms of format, let them come on very brief. So gameplay. Have Sarah Bond come in and say, we in Game Pass, blah, 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 whatever.
93%
gameplay.
93% game.
And Alvin with the $5 super chat goes, everyone thinks there will be 30-ish games, but I'm only confident about an 8 or 9 being shown. Got to step out on some of the limbs of people.
Yes.
He says, but only confident about 8 or 9 being shown. Alvin, that's a really good point, because when you think about the numbers there, and when we ask about what games, we do tend to struggle, but it's a 95-minute show. If the pacing is what it was last year, then it'll be good. And it got another 90
time, bro. That's a long time. You look. You gotta look at Nintendo, how they pioneered this whole event. If it wasn't for Nintendo, there wouldn't be no State of Play. Let's be honest.
Yeah, the
Xbox
Nintendo
Direct stuff that they were doing, right? But if you look at Nintendo's format of 10, 15 minutes events and how many games you can show in 15, 20 minutes, 90, bro, you have 95 minutes. You literally have no excuse. No excuse but to blow us away. I want to leave out of that show like, bro, the X is back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that. They need to have Marlon on the stage, man. They're literally, do you know how hyped I would be? Carlos Alvarado with a $2 goes, please have Marlon as a regular. He's awesome. 100% agreed. Well, Marlon's high in demand.
The second show is Tuesday. They're flying him out there instead of Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Paris.
You're cool and all, but 100 trillion. I'll say it, clip it, send it, share it with Paris Lily. Marlon over Paris, bro, because Marlon goes on stage and goes, we bring it back, the power of the X. I'm losing my shit. I'm like, that's it. Xbox is back. So yeah, shout out to you, man. We need some high energy individuals, man. Not to besmirch Paris, but Marlon, man,
Paris
you
is
have the
new,
energy.
man.
It's young people. They have to pass the torch now. Spartan goes to the £2 super chat. Happy to see my dog Marlon up in the stage, man. Spartan is even saying, everyone is saying it, man. The people, you are the people's champion. You are the people's champion. And it's going to be okay. And Dog CMF with the 2 months of Game Pass Ultimate Global.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, another one.
Another one. I sound like DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Another one. But yeah, shout out to Doc, man. Very, very generous. Whoever got that, let us know. Call us again with the $2 super chat. Will Halo Certain Affinity be there? Hearing no. Are you expecting KBG something Halo?
I'm so glad somebody brought this up because I was like, because on the second of my like wish list is, believe it or not, I want there to be a hype Halo Infinite sizzle trailer. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a lot of eyes on this event. A lot of people have died off of Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
What I think would bring, it could be temporary, but nonetheless, what could bring people back is, here's a bunch of new outfits we added. And I'm not saying they actually say this. I'm saying like a super quick sizzle, like hype sizzle thing. Literally, okay, if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, listen. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, go to the Fall Guys stream. Fall Guys had a stream last month, is exactly what I'm talking about. They like quick trailer, here's all this stuff, here's all these maps and all this like, and then and here's looks also, here's the coming next part of our narrative event. Here's a look at Forge mode, our first ever look at Forge mode. Oh, by the way, here's 2 Spartans running around a campaign together.
Co-op. Don't forget co-op. That's the
Yeah. And a surprise, check this out. And then you see Certain Affinity logo, and then there's some crazy shit happening that Certain Affinity's doing. I want there to be a trailer like that. Like, I think that could do well to, like, give Halo Infinite the time it needs this year to let people know, hey, you are waiting for Forge and co-op. Co-op's next month, they're flighting it. We're also having Forge come 2 months early with an open beta. Yeah. And when Season 3 happens, shit's going to be kind of off the chain. So if you fell off, you better come back.
Come back. Yeah.
That's it. Well, show me. Don't talk about show me.
Yes, show.
Yeah, sizzle reel.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fall Guys did the same thing. Fall Guys literally, like, they just showed a quick snippet of their coming creator mode. They didn't say when it was happening, but I was like, dude, there's a creator mode. Let's go. Kind of a thing. And it's working.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Nah, absolutely. I think actually, in terms of probability of that happening, is quite high as well.
I think that's
Halo.
I think it's over. Instead of under, I think that's over.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is. And we've got co-op coming soon. Makes sense. Indie Gaming with a $2 super chat. Thank you. He goes, will GoldenEye be there? Yes, it will.
Dude,
yes, it will. Thanks for reminding us.
If it's not, then I'll be shocked. Because
I know, because that leak was pretty real. Yeah. From the official Xbox achievements being linked there, the official Xbox website, it will be real.
Yeah.
It better have multiplayer. Oh my god, if it doesn't. A question how long people will play that, but I will play it like at least a weekend. And the multiplayer stack complex Golden Gun RCP 390 RC3 no RCP 90. That's
what was it again? That 007 game, that new Project 007. Man, I want to see that game.
Yeah,
I know it's probably
IO Interactive. They're working on a 007 game.
I mean, that would be good too to see, but I don't know if it's
There's cool third-party stuff that could be here. Just as that state of play that was focusing on third-party stuff, there could be some really cool stuff. Where the hell's EA? Where the hell's Ubisoft? Oh, hey, is that 2K? Are they about to show the first look at BioShock? Holy shit.
Damn.
Damn. I forgot that.
They could do that. They could do that.
Ooh.
See? I'm telling you.
How long has the new BioShock been confirmed to be works? 2 years now?
About 3.
Around, I'm not sure, actually.
I don't remember now, but that could be huge. That being shown on Xbox as a third party. After Splinter Cell. That would be huge.
I was expecting the new Need for Speed to be at state of play, but I didn't see it, so maybe we might see
Need for Speed has a lot to prove in the light against the competition that's Forza Horizon. It hasn't really made itself known there yet. But
like the third parties though, like last year, EA and Ubisoft and all of them, they had terrible shows of their own and they were really badly received. So I fully expect them to have a pretty big presence. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah. That's
Tomorrow they
probably
will.
why it's 95 minutes. Okay, guys. We're gonna get a few stuff.
That's
first
true,
party,
true.
but the rest of it, I guarantee, is gonna be a bunch of third party stuff.
Which I don't think is a
fine,
problem,
but
personally. I think that's the way.
No.
I did a video about this, actually, plug in a channel, but it's like a good point. I think third parties are the way to potentially cover up if they don't have any big AAA first party games this year. It's like, keep in mind, there's still big games coming that you could play on Xbox, just like PlayStation. You're going to be able to play Street Fighter 6 and Resident Evil 4 Remake on PlayStation, but you're also going to be able to play it on Xbox. Like, it just makes a show more hype, you know?
Hype.
If
It
they
does,
show
it does.
BioShock, that's not going to be exclusive, but it'll be cool because we saw it at the Xbox show.
Yeah.
Focus on the first party, but have the big third parties also. Definitely. You're going to see indies as well. You're going to see a lot of indie titles in there. You're going to see third parties. What are you saying, Marlon? You don't want to see...
I just don't picture it.
You
You don't picture it?
The thing is, man, the thing is,
It's
for
gonna happen.
Microsoft- The thing is, for Microsoft right now, Gaz, it's like they have to have more first party there. I get the third party stuff. Show that toward the end. You know what I'm saying? But you really, I mean, that's what people are really tuning in to see. They want to see the new stuff, man. They want to see Avowed, Starfield,
I'm with you.
Redfall. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the games they Forza. Like, they want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I completely agree with you. But do expect third party and indies to show. They cannot not show that. That's a PR
You know they're
disaster
going to.
if they don't show
They're going
indies.
to. They're going
But
to.
they only show the first party stuff if it's ready. That's the thing. That's the only reason why I'm in doubt. I don't want them to show nothing if it's not ready. No CGI, no Halo Infinite first campaign demo. It's when it's ready. That's it. I don't need to
Except-
see it otherwise.
That's true.
If you show five first party games with gameplay that are around the corner or
And I'll
whatever,
be happy. I'll be
then
happy.
you can show CGI for at least 2 or 3 further on. That's the five first party Xbox exclusives with gameplay minimum, not including Forza. Maybe make it 6 with Forza, and or maybe 5. Okay, fine. Show 2 or 3 like CGI, just maybe like announcements and some gameplay. Obviously, you got Redfall. I imagine Starfield will be shown at the start of the show, and it'll be maybe 10-15 minutes.
To open up. That's
You have
the
to, you have to.
game.
That'd be a good way.
That's my most anticipated game, hands down. Show that
Phil
off.
Spencer
That'd be a
said
good
the
way to
same
start
thing.
it, though, too, because that'd get out of the way the thing. Then we'd just be like, okay, they already showed one of the 2 things we knew for sure. What the hell's the rest of this going to be?
What's gonna happen?
Fully expecting that to be the first game to show.
Yeah.
No. Siki says don't finish the show with CGI. You can if it's something big and it's new,
And we don't
you've shown
know
enough
about
gameplay.
it. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't
about
If we
about it.
don't know about it, yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if you don't know about it, yeah. Like they did it with Redfall last year, although that didn't really make much of a splash because it was whatever.
I will say, I think I saw Tino in the chat. I think it was Tino. I forgot who it was. But somebody said Silk Song coming to Game Pass day 1 on the indie scene. That would blow the fudge up. I will say, on the indie scene, that'll make people explode
Silk
if that was a
Song.
day 1 Game
Why
Pass.
don't I remember that?
All right.
That's the sequel to Hollow Knight.
Mecha. What's up with Exo Mecha? That's another.
That's a free-to-play
yeah.
game.
free-to-play. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a good game. I reckon. Like, I am. Well, it could be a fun game. I don't.
Dude, it looked so cool when they first showed it, and then the second
looks
showing, I was like,
cool.
what the hell is going on with these animations? But the
I'm
first
getting
showing
Bright
looks
Memory
sick.
Infinite vibes with that, so I don't know. Jedi Fallen Order 2 gameplay and the new Assassin's Creed.
Possible.
That's very possible because
Yeah.
EA showing the third party, that's a good one, Danny. ND Gaming with a $2, thank you. Because what the chances of a new Banjo getting announced?
Oh man.
If that
That
gets
would be
announced,
There's no chance, but I want it.
I want it. Yeah.
Flame
Same
says
here.
if it's 343 or Kojima, it's an L. What are you talking about? Kojima's a win, man. Don't be saying that. Oh, this game looks cool. Is that out or
No, it's Silk Song.
Dude.
is it coming out? Silk Song is not out yet. Yeah, looks
Yeah,
amazing.
no, it's an indie game. It's the most anticipated indie game probably of the past decade, honestly. And
Really?
every single time there's an indie world, everybody's like, Silk Song, Silk Song. They don't care about
Yeah.
anything else.
It's like
So-
Ori for adults. It looks really good.
Yeah. Because
It's
Hollow Knight,
amazing
it was Hollow
stuff.
Knight. It just hit everybody hard. So
Oh yeah, Hollow
okay.
Knight. Oof.
yeah.
Yeah. Gamer by choice, thank you for the $5 super chat. Because if Xbox showed a game like GTA 6, people would not remember first-party games.
Anybody who was thinking that GTA 6 is gonna be there, I think it's a meme at this point. Not happening. Okay.
No.
Prepare to be disappointed.
Rockstar does not touch Xbox. They publish there, but in terms of marketing, Rockstar stays the hell away from Xbox. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Prepare for disappointment. Okay. Not happening. All right.
I'm sorry, I have to agree with him there, Gamer by choice.
Not
It's
happening, bro. I see GTA 6, bro. I will go through my roof. I will literally man, not happening.
Yeah, GTA 6 is not happening, but we like your enthusiasm for that. That will be a big show. Listen, man, we're at this point we're just like fanboying over what's happening in the future, and it's fun. It's fun to talk about it. This is the eve of the big event. What you say? Ooh, you say ooh. I get excited even with your ooh.
Because I don't know if you're trying to wrap this up, but I thought there was like one more neat idea because everybody's been asking this. Like the way they could also cover up like no first party games this year is okay. They're using that money to get a big day one Game Pass thing that is from a big third party thing or whatever. People threw around Gotham Knights. People threw around Saints Row, and I'm like, I don't think that would generate a ton of hype. It'd be cool, but
freaking
believe this, and I'm curious what everybody else thinks, whether it's you guys in the chat. If they did get a big day one Game Pass launch, I admit I watched the State of Play, I watched Summer Game Fest, and I was like, Callisto Protocol.
Oh
Callisto
man,
Protocol. That would be kind of
December 2022.
Bro.
That's a good shout. That's a good.
If you're
shout.
listening to the podcast, Marlon's
That's
freaking out
a
right now.
that would make sense because there's a new studio. New studio.
Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That's a sick shout though, because there's a new studio. They'll get a ton of money. Microsoft gets to plug its 2022 like kind of damage control.
Oh my god.
Again, podcast listeners, Marlon is praying with his hands on his knees.
Yeah.
Bro. Man, what? Oh my god.
I'm glad I just blew your mind because I thought of that today and I was like, that's actually a really good idea.
That's a sick
really
idea.
good
Assuming
idea.
it doesn't get delayed, that wouldn't surprise me. If I
Right.
I hope not.
Yeah, because everything's getting delayed at this point. I'd be surprised if games hit their release date. But I've not seen that being said. Callisto Protocol coming to Game Pass, just being announced tomorrow, and that's the big game of everyone's talking about. Huge. That's huge.
Man.
I know it's not the ultimate first party, it's a bit of like damage control, but it's great damage control because everyone's hyped about Callisto Protocol. So that's a great shout. That's a great shout. Smoke SHO with a $2 super chat. He goes, Hassan shows up and announces abandoned. I think we'd all be shocked.
Bro, abandoned is like, bro, thinking about getting scalebound again. Not happening, okay? Like, bro, we haven't even seen gameplay.
We saw floorboard. We saw some floorboards.
Yeah, floorboards with somebody just walking on the floor, and that was it. And I'm like, bro, where is the
That's
gameplay?
It's
Promise
a scam.
after
It's
promise
a scam.
after promise. DMing
It's a
people
scam.
out on Twitter. Oh yeah, the game is coming. Oh, bro, where's the game? Now I'll be shocked if we see that joint. You know what I'm saying? But it's not happening, bro.
Yeah, that's a scam. That's a 100% a scam. Abandoned was abandoned permanently because it was never
Abandoned,
even
all right.
created. How he scammed us all, Blue
But
Box.
my whole thing is this: how is Sony how is
I
Sony
don't get
even
that.
behind that? Like,
I don't get that. Like, how did that happen? How does Sony back that market that, or not market it or whatever?
I don't
know,
even.
man.
I even
Ice
allow it to be on your server.
Yeah. A lot of the chat is asking for a Marlon rap. I don't know if you're in the appetite to do one live. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
A rap, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like that?
What? That was like the most like that sound. Oh, that's you going. Can I do it?
It's always
No pressure, man. But if you can, just let me know. I want to hear
I
it.
got you, man. I got you.
You got me?
I got something. Whenever we get to that point, I got something.
I'm at that point right now.
I was about to say we're at that point.
Oh man! All right. I'm wondering. All right, let me see.
Okay, as he preps for live rap, that is the first game. I'm gonna get Marlon rap. It's a rap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna read a super chat as he preps for it. Marlon, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Highlander, thank you for the $5 super chat. Because this year Xbox Showcase will be great, but next year, after Activision Blizzard closes, the show will be fire. I know. Wait for E3 has become a meme, but the ABK deal cannot be denied.
Yeah.
Marlon is ready. Is Marlon ready?
I'm trying to see if I can get a beat to do it, or y'all just want me to just
Do
off
whatever.
the top
Be
of the head.
acapella, whatever it is.
Just to hit it.
All right. Just hit it. All right. What is it about?
Yeah.
Like Microsoft or like
Whatever you want, bro.
whatever I want?
I'm ready.
Oh man. All right.
You want to
check it out.
beatbox over it, but there might be a delay. I can beatbox over it.
All right. Pressure is on. Pressure is on. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah. Check it out. Microsoft. Bring the sauce. We need the games. Drive us insane. We know Game Pass is supposed to be the best value in gaming. We know you used to be the shooter box, but you ain't playing. Wait.
I was like trying to dance to it, and then the second I get up to dance, you stop.
Bro, you want to keep going? You have to
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh man!
Everybody,
shout
shout out Marlon to do that live out on there, just unprompted. Respect. Which one of you could have done that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is Marlon Gaming Nation just killing it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it live on the air, and that's how we're gonna end this.
It's a perfect
live.
note to end on.
What a brilliant way to end. Marlon, I love you, man. You are such a straight up G. Thank you so much for that. Shout out to everyone in the chat who requested that. That was the Dark CMS. No, I want that to be done. Everyone again, sign that guy. They say, shut up. That's been clipped. And it's gonna be shared. Sick. Well done, Marlon. Well done.
Man.
Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a show. It has been completely wild, and we are so hyped. By the way, we have a live show after the E3 show.
Nice.
I fucking did it right at the end. Called it E3. Oh my god! After the Xbox and Bethesda showcase tomorrow, we're gonna have it live 9 p.m. Right, Asa? 9
same
p.m.
time
is
as this
enough
show.
time.
Yeah.
Same time.
I think it's what,
Yeah,
1
it's at
p.m.
same time.
Eastern?
Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Well, the show starts like the Xbox show starts, but your post show, I don't know.
The post show starts at 9 p.m. Same time as this. Same time as this one started. We'll go live. It'll be me, Asa, and Safe. The GameOnDaily boys just talking about our impressions of whether or not it bangs. But ladies and gentlemen, it's there. This time tomorrow, we will know all about it. A second show would have ended. We will see what Xbox delivers. It's been an incredible show. Thank you so much for your passion in the chat. This is the best medium in the world. And it's just so much fun to talk about. ladies and gentlemen, as we say goodbye, Marlon Gaming Nation, brother, thank you so much for coming on. I know you're busy and you're doing multiple shows, multiple requests, but the people love you, man. I hope you had a good time, bro.
Oh my God, I would love to come back. Yes.
Your baby father says the beatboxer needs an asthma pump. In fact, I was running out of breath as I was saying that. That was so bad. But yeah, man, that was sick, man. Marlon, tell people, but Ghost Magonads has shared your stuff in the content.
He's already got a clip. Oh, okay.
Already got yes.
Tell people where they can find you. What's in store for you in the future for your fans, man?
Okay. So you guys can find me at Marlon Gaming Nation YouTube channel, Marlon Gaming Nation on Twitter and Twitch, Marlon Gaming Nation as well. As far as the future goes, I will be going back to events and stuff like E3. I'm with EA as far as the EA Creator Network, so I will be traveling and doing some more like hands-on stuff as well. And got an album working on as well. So stay tuned.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, it's been years in the making. So
man, I'm there. Hopefully a better beats than what I produced out of my pretty much out of my ass, but that's gonna be fire. Looking forward to that.
For sure. Yes, so definitely got a lot of stuff in the works and everything. So, but appreciate you guys, Asa, KBG.
Thank you,
you guys are fire, man. Let's go. Let's get it popping, son.
Thank you so much, man. We love you, man. You killed it. Last but certainly not least, it's a man who was one of the first people who entered in this fray, made a massive splash for us, especially for us, and always on point, always with the energy and killer vibes. And thank you so much. I want to see this dance. Everyone was talking about your dance. I didn't see it because I was too busy.
Yeah.
No, you were doing the beep, and I was just like, I just got it.
I need to watch it back. Well, man, KBG, I hope you had a great time. Tell people where they can find you, man.
Yeah, it's so great being on. It's like Gaz said, I'm one of his first peeps, and it's just always so much fun being here. But hey, chat, thanks for swinging by. My name's Tony. You can find me on Samurai KBG, Samurai, and then KIBIJI. And you just type that in Google. You'll find me everywhere. But Twitter is my main spot if you like to see what I'm going on and doing. But YouTube. And if you're into anime, West Side Otaku. If you're into anime, freaking love it. And actually, I will be copyright damned, be live reacting to the show tomorrow. So Ultimate Combo tomorrow. If you want to watch, if you want to react with me tomorrow, go to my channel, and then afterwards hang out with Gaz and talk about it. That's your ultimate win-win combo. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be watching it and then hang out with Gaz after.
Wicked, man. Thank you so much, man. You guys killed it in the chat. I didn't want the show to end, but that was a perfect way to end it. Asa, what do you think about that ending?
That was amazing. I really quickly want to take the opportunity to remind everyone that GameOnDaily is the best value in gaming. It doesn't cost you a penny. Bit of entertainment for everyone.
Super Chat said so.
That was great. No, Marlon, KBG, both. This is an amazing show. Everyone in chat, thanks for coming by and getting excited with us. It's good fun.
Absolutely. Spartan Ghost. It was fun, man. You guys made it. Both of you together, I knew was just going to be like a Dragon Ball Z fusion. It hasn't been a while since I mentioned a fusion. Hey, dude, there it is. Screenshot that. Sick. Spartan Ghost, again, I did miss your super chat. Thank you, guys. Abandoned finesse Sony. Abandoned and finessed all of us. But hopefully we don't get finesse tomorrow. Check us out. We're going to set the event very shortly for 9 p.m. BST and same time as this show tomorrow. It's going to be it's going to be good or great or shit. I don't know, but please make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Bye, everybody.